And here we go. Great to have you here, everybody. It's Friday. Oh my God. Oh my God. What a week. What a week. It's been absolutely manic. I'm not joking. It's absolute. I tell you, I've been to and fro the city every day this week, and the traffic and the work, unbelievable. Anyway, it's crazy. It's crazy. Anyone would think this lockdown wasn't happening. It's all been like London's just been getting busier and busier. Like today, it was crazy. It was just like an ordinary day in London. But anyway, that's great. We're here. We're doing a live stream. It's Friday. It's the usual kind of spot. It's great to have you here. I've got some blooming awesome people in the panel just waiting to come out and see all you guys out there. And talking to you guys, how are you doing? How you been? How's your week been? It's been a good week? It's been a bad week? What have you been building? Can't wait to hear all about it. Anyway, let's take a look and see who's out there at the moment. We've got 9 beautiful people out there watching at the moment. We've got Brett Builds. I think you was the first one in today, my friend. We've got Marfan20. We've got Winterbricker. Great to have you here, Winterbricker. Hope everything's all right after your, how can I put it, shaky start to the day. And we've got Solo Brick Builder, who's just out the back at the moment. And we've got J Studios. J Studios, great to have you here. This is Adam. We need to start the battle to accept. Oh, so it's like a gaming term going on there. And we've got Nick Moore. Nick Moore, hi. Welcome to the stream, my friends. Great to have you here. Anyway, I hope you've all had a great week. I've had a busy one. I got to say, it's been really busy. I've been really enjoying this week because I'm just kind of getting ready to do a review of this A-wing over here. And I'm nearly there. I've nearly finished it. I've kind of just got a little bit more writing to do. And I've done all the filming for it. I've got a bit of a speed build on the go as well. And I've got some friends that are coming in just a tick. And they've been busy as well with their A-wing. Because unless you've been kind of under a rock or somewhere like that on another planet, which I very much doubt with all this lockdown shenanigan going on, we've all been building A-wings. Everyone who's into Star Wars has been building these A-wings. And we've all got our thoughts on it. And maybe we'll visit some of those thoughts a little bit later in the stream. And we've got Monkie Kid. Monkie Kid, he's finally out there. It's finally official. There's even people out there building it as we speak. But this is the here, this is the now. Oh, we've got someone new in there. We've got Brick Sloth. Hello, Brick Sloth. Welcome, my friend. Great to have you here. And of course, if you could do the very, very, very last thing you can do for me before anybody does anything else, please give us a thumbs up. That'd be great. Anyway, enough about me. Great to see everybody here. Simon Moss, welcome to the stream, my friend. Let's get some friends out. Let's, I'm going to be a real gentleman. I'm going to say ladies first, everybody. Ladies first. And this lady goes by the lovely name of Cafe Con Lego. Hey, Cafe Con.
Hey, guys.
How are you doing, Cafe Con?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good. Now, what's the weather like where you are? Because I'm not joking. It is baking. And I mean baking here in London today. I've even caught the sun. I've got a bit of a tan on the go.
Yeah, it's pretty hot here. I'm in Florida, so it's always hot here.
It doesn't mean anything to you. The more interesting days are the cold, rainy days, I would have thought. Does it actually rain much in Florida?
Yeah, we do, because we have the hurricane season, and then we have 1 or 2 days of winter.
Wow. Okay, that's interesting. I never knew that. I've actually been to Florida. Of course, when I went to Florida, I went there for all the rides and everything like that. Probably, I think it was about 20 years ago now. But no, it's a lovely place to live, and I think you get something like sunshine, like 320 days of the year or something like that, don't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow. That's fantastic. I'd love to have that, folks. I really would. But anyway, the odd sunny day's good enough for me. And like I say, I've got some red bits on my arms. It's very, very typical. The Brits and everyone involved in the UK, whenever there's a bit of sun, we go outside, and notoriously we'll get incredibly red skin because we get burnt very easily because we're all, or most of us anyway, fairly fair skinned over here. But yeah, it was a nice day. It was kind of like a nice gentle heat, and it's lovely to have you here, Cafe Con. It really is.
Thank you.
Yeah, good stuff. Anyway, so that, my good friends and girls and boys out there, that's Cafe Con. So who else have we got? Okay, well let's beam back across the pond, aka the I'm going to try and think of the name of the ocean now. Let's call it the Atlantic Ocean, shall we? Between us and America. So let's been back from America. Let's pop back over into England. And girls and boys, I give you one of the A-wingers who was on last week, Solo Brick Builder. Hello, mate. How you doing?
Hello. I'm doing good. How is everyone else?
You're looking very well, mate. You're looking very well. The like I was saying, that you are you have an uncanny resemblance to Peter Crouch. I've got to say. Yeah, anybody out there who watches football, Peter Crouch, he actually does a really good podcast. Apparently, it's really quite funny. Anyway, I've never listened. I tell you, I have listened to it a couple of times, and he's funny. It's very good. And you're a funny guy, Solo. You are genuinely a funny guy.
Thank you very much. I don't try.
What are you holding on to there? That looks like something Star Wars and maybe Clone Wars.
Yeah, this is Clone Wars. This unfortunate little beastie, if anyone checked out my Instagram, had a nasty little fall off the back cabinet here a couple of days ago. So I've been trying to pick up all the pieces for it and very slowly put it back together again. So I've got one half of it back, but I'll tell you what, it's testament to Technic frames. That was all that remained. So,
yeah, man. And talking of Technic frames, we've got some. I think we're going to do some chatting tonight. Okay, you can help me formulate my review for the A-wing, mate. Because I've got my things that I brought up, and you've done yours.
Marvel's up, yeah.
I think now would be a good time to get a fellow A-winger on. He's not just an A-winger; he's an A-class kid altogether. Everybody, I give you Ucs Studios.
Hello there, everyone. How's it going?
Howdy.
Yeah.
Now, I'm thinking to myself, everyone, I'm thinking that Solo, he's had an accident this week. No, not that sort of accident. He dropped a Lego set. Anyway, and he's got some pieces to pick up. And that's the beauty of Lego, if you drop it. And was it an official drop test?
No, it was not an official drop test. I was moving some stuff around. So if you actually see, like, your obviously, I'll put some certain sets back here, and obviously, I had all the walkers back here, and I just walked out the kitchen. I knocked the side of it, and it just went slam.
Yeah. All right. Well, look, but like I say, that you might think that's unfortunate, but how would you feel if you took a UCS set and completely dismantled it? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is what an A-wing looks like before you've even tried to start building it.
Yes, I'm a bit of a pleb, and I've literally dismantled the A-wing totally. There's even more down there on the bit of on my easel.
Hold that thought there, young man. Because we're going to be talking to him. We're going to talk about all sorts of things. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's about getting your money's worth, mine. But no, it's not a bad thing. It's not a negative thing. Anyway, someone who's far from being negative, believe it or not, is my good friend, technically from another country, but part of the UK. I give you my good friend, everybody. You love him. Of course, you know him. Let's cut the Craggle. Hey, mate.
Howdy.
Howdy.
I love it.
What up?
How are you doing, Craggle? Craggle, you've been, how can I put it? You've been shifting out lots of videos this week, including today. I think you've got a new one that's come out today, haven't you?
Yeah, about 10 minutes ago, I think. 15 minutes ago, maybe.
We should have done a premiere for it, because I don't know if you guys have been watching Jang this week, but he's starting to get involved heavily now into the world of doing live streams. He's like literally sacking all the live stream in the world onto his live streams. And I've got to say, Jang, if you're watching, you're a bit of a natural at it, my friend. I like it. But what he did do this week, which I thought was quite clever, and I might do tomorrow, is he did a live premiere. So he did a premiere of it, and then straight off the premiere, he then took it one step further and did a live stream straight after. And I thought, that's quite clever. I've never seen anyone do that before.
No.
Smart.
I didn't see it.
Craggle, maybe we should do that one day. You do a premiere just before on here. We'll just say, right, come over to Greg's channel or whoever's channel you might be streaming on at the time. And yeah, I just thought it was a really good idea. But it was almost quite innovative. I've never seen anyone do it before. Have you?
I mean, I did a premiere on one of my videos. I didn't do a live stream after it, but
yeah, I do premieres every now and again. It's really good because when I watch my stats, it's like, whee, big spike. And believe me, when you like that on the keyboard, it's fabulous. And then straight after that, so for me, it's always like a constant it's going down, and kind of drops off the edge. But no, it was good fun. It was good fun to do. And yeah, I might do that tomorrow. I don't know. I've got a little bit more to finish on the A-wing. I'm going to be chatting with Brixo about that. I'm going to be chatting with Solo about that because everybody, please do check out Solo Brick Builders YouTube channel. Maybe later after this, if you don't mind. But anyway, you must check out his review, his A-wing review, because actually I thought it was very good.
Thank you very much.
I would like to have seen your face, mind you, but
yeah,
I thought,
no.
Well, debatable.
Yeah, I've still got to watch it.
Yeah, I thought to myself, oh, he's got a lovely tabletop. But I've got to say, as always, mate, one, it's a truthful review. Two, it was very engaging, and three, thanks very much for the shout out. I really appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is that I thought, well, I'll do it on your channel, so well, both your channels, Brick Hives as well. So it's like, well, I can't not mention it. So, and it was a very entertaining stream. So
it was actually, it was a good blast.
Yeah, great stream.
Oh, yeah.
It was a good blast. I really enjoyed it. Okay, so who we got in the chat? Anyway, we've got oodles more people all of a sudden appeared. We've got Rise of the Brick. Hey, Rise of the Brick. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Really good to have you here. We've got Garligade. Fantastic to have you here, Garligade. It actually makes me feel whole knowing that you're out there in chatland, Garligade. It really does. We love you being here, Garligade. You know that. Darth Raptors, I think I saw you. I woke up the other morning, which is always a kind of good thing to do, I suppose, especially in this day and age. Anyway, so I woke up. It must have been about 5 o'clock in the morning here in the UK. And I'm pretty sure, Darth Raptors, that I saw you on the Hive stream, kind of midweek.
Yeah, I saw him as well.
Yeah. And I was like, that's Darth Raptors. What's he doing on his stream? Anyway, great to... Anyway, mate, it was good fun. I'm guessing that was super late night. He says, yes, I was on the Hive stream. Very good, mate. It was good to see you. Did you enjoy it? Did you like being live, as it were, to the big bad world out there? Anyway, it's good stuff. J Studio says, why did you dismantle your A-wing? Hold that thought there, J Studio, because we're going to be cross-examining a little bit later on that. Winterbricker's in the house. She says, Gala is the angel of the Lego community. Winterbricker, I couldn't have put it better myself. I think you're absolutely spot on. Oh, we've got a Brick Master Medrano in the house. Hey, that's a cool name. I'm liking that. Brick Master Medrano. That is a fantastic name. It's the longest name probably that's ever going to be in the chat tonight. That's for sure. Anyway, great to have you here, Brick Master. And Brick Master, I have a challenge for you. If you like what you see here, give us a thumbs up. Right, and please do check out the panel. Check out all their channels. They're all good bunches. Now later on, all their details will be down in the description below. Some might already be there, but do check them out. They're really good. They're all good folks. And anyway, give us a thumbs up if you like this stream. Otherwise, become part of the LBB family. It's great to have you here, my friend. I'm sure I saw a Robin Holt earlier on around as well. I'm sure I saw him. Oh yeah,
he's in there. Yeah.
Can you do the robot dance? I bet he can actually, Robin. But it'd be cruel to ask him to do it now live. I won't do that, mate. Anyway,
no dancer, no dancing.
No dancing. No dancing. Not here. No. Okay. So I'm interested, right? I like to see how people. How can I put this? Sort and contain all their Lego. Now, Cafe Con Lego looks like she's doing a bit of sorting. What are you up to there, Cafe Con?
I'm just trying to put all my Bricklink orders together for this mock that I was hoping to do here soon. And sometimes like the orders and the pieces, they just get lost because they take so long to get here. And then, so I need to make sure that they're all ordered. And so I'm just putting some minifigures together.
Very nice. I'm liking it. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing some minifigures. So that's cool. So, okay. we've got someone else in the green room. I've just spotted them. I didn't even hear him come. I think he's ready. Let's have a look at the poster. Lou. Too late now, Rogue. Oh, yeah. Now.
Yeah, I saw that.
No, he did send me his apologies. He was running a little bit late. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Anyway.
There will be a punishment.
Yes. Well, you know, how can I put it, folks? How can I describe this person? How can I describe him? You've heard of Road Runner. Well, tonight he was a bit late. So that kind of makes him...
The coyote.
The coyote, yeah. So tonight, I introduce you, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, Road Coyote.
I shall not be changing my name to Coyote anytime soon.
No, we cannot live with another name change.
No more.
No more name changes. It's like, oh, that's got to be Darren. I thought that was me for a second because my phone just went live as soon as that happened. Road Runner. It was, all right. It took me ages to learn your name, and now you've got a different name. But it's
this one rolls off the tongue, right? It's a bit more catchy, I'd say.
Yeah, it is more catchy.
YouTuber formerly known as 21st Mate.
Yeah. Well, quite like
you know, like the artist formerly known as Prince, but different.
Oh my god! How is everyone doing? How are we all doing?
Oh yeah, that's a man who's trying to change the subject. So
Yeah.
we're obviously touching the nerve there.
I've been rightfully rumbled. Oh,
yeah, Craggle, we'll come back to that later, definitely.
You say that, you never do.
Road Runner. The thing I love about Road Runner,
I'll remind him,
is that he tantalizes us with his Chrome C3PO every time I do a stream with him.
Oh, just this thing? Yeah, I just dug this out of a.
Oh, no, he's doing it again. Look, he's a natural, folks. He's a natural.
It's not even in there. It's an empty packet.
Yeah, it's not empty. You can see the chrome right there.
No,
Yeah.
it's
Chrome.
No.
Nice.
Fake.
It's amazing what you get with a Kinder Surprise. Anyway,
that was a good one.
he can put back in his box. Poor old Thrawn.
Oh yeah, Thrawn's back in his box, and there's Tarkin and there's Revan, all back in their boxes.
Oh,
I was doing a video the other day, so I needed to use the boxes, but they're worth keeping.
No, there's nothing wrong with that, my friend. There's nothing wrong with that. That's very good. Let's have a quick look at the chat. Brickmaster Madrano says, "Just did. I love them all. Fantastic, Brickmaster. That is what we want." And I'll tell you what, everyone here, tell us a little bit about yourself as well. Have you got a YouTube channel and stuff like that? This isn't a cliche. I give you my word. We are genuinely trying to create, I call it the LBB family, but it's just all part of the community. And we're just trying to interconnect. We do loads of other stuff, loads of other YouTubers as well. We're going to be doing a stream tomorrow all about Ninjago with people like Sarah Starbricks and Titanium and Doc Sampson and really different people, but people with one thing in common.
He is creating the first LBB empire.
Yes. We will take them on and fight them on the bridges. Isn't that right?
I love democracy.
Yeah, I love democracy. That said, though, today I was absolutely gobsmacked, everybody. Now, I am not one to talk about politics or anything like that, but I work in London and everyone's on lockdown and stuff like that. And we got the news today that the congestion charge is being brought back in on Monday. Darren, you might have something to say about this. But
yeah.
Only is it coming back in again, they're raising it. It's like, this is crazy. You're taxing the people of England even more.
Oh, uncivilized.
Wait, what is it?
Oh, it's the congestion charge for driving inside. Because the only way I can get into the city is to drive in there. Now, I'm lucky.
Oh, right.
My company will pay it off in kind of like, expenses and stuff like that. But there's people out there that've got businesses. There's company like they deliver Lego, folks, and they're just being priced out. Anyway, I'm not going to go on about that. I was just very seldomly, Craggle, Darren, very seldomly, I am lost for words. But I've got to say, when I heard about it today, I was gobsmacked, utterly gobsmacked. I was like, why? It just doesn't make sense. But anyway,
it's crazy.
That, folks, is for another stream. And we are about political, right? As a piece of, I don't know, what's this? 4x4 plate. That's about as political as I can ever get. Anyway, now, even though Roadrunner was running the late today. He did me a favour, this folks. You know what he did? Got hold of me. He said, "Greg," because I ordered a couple of things. I got them really quick. I got the Lego tree, and I got the Lego dinosaur box.
Sweet.
Yeah, man. I might even get them out in a minute. They're in another room. They are. I've not catalogued them yet. So I've not processed them. So anyway, I've ordered them, and I'm sitting back and I'm all kind of chirpy and chuffed with myself, you know. And then Roadrunner sent a message to me. He goes, Greg, did you apply the code when you purchased it? I was like, what code? Didn't know Lego even did codes. You know, it's bad enough trying to process a purchase with let alone putting in another code from somewhere else.
I know the freedom.
So Roadrunner, being the dude that Roadrunner is, he says, yeah. I said, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to phone them up. And I phoned them up. And they said, okay, well, we can't give you the mystery prize, Greg. I said, well, why not? I bet because he's gone. I was like, oh, okay. But they said, we're going to send you something anyway. I said, okay, what are you going to send me then? I said, well, we can't tell you. And I said, why is that? I said, because he wouldn't be a mystery. So I was like, all right, fair enough. I'll do anything.
I would just slow clap them off the side.
Exactly, yeah. It's all smoke and mirrors, folks. Turns out, this is what they sent me. I got this absolute free. Look at that.
That's a really good
That's
one.
pretty cool. That is a nice pod.
And do you know what, folks? Do you know what? This is the funniest thing. That, I think, is better than the main.
It is. Oh, my God.
Promo.
Yeah, that's all we want. There's only one thing worse, right?
Oh, that's actually sad thinking about that.
Honestly, there's only one thing worse than our mayor of London putting the congestion charge up, and that is Lego not coming out with a collectible minifigure on May the 4th. Lego, next year, give us a minifigure. That's all we want. Something cheap and cheerful, like something that costs you about 50p to make. I really like the set. I thought it was okay. I mean, I sold it anyway, and that's going to factor into my review tomorrow, Darren. That will factor into it.
Yeah, I did mention that on there because I know obviously there's enough people out there. Yeah, there is a cut out on there where I did not shut up about it for like 20 minutes. I thought, you know what, I'm just going to take it out altogether and just not talk about it at all. I'm just going to concentrate on the A-wing. And
see you later, J Studios. Thanks for tuning in, my friend.
See you, Joe.
See you, Joe.
So yeah, that's exactly what I've done.
Joe Studios. I like it. Take care, my friend. Have a nice weekend. We're going to be around. I'm going to be around quite a lot this weekend. In all sorts of streams. It just seems to be something. I kind of thought ages ago I'm going to do a stream on Fridays, and I think I like Fridays as kind of like a regular thing. I think Fridays is quite nice. Saturdays I like doing, but that's going to be less regular. I think. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you want me to stream on Fridays or Saturdays? Which do you prefer? Say both if you want to, but anyway, I'm going to be streaming on Sunday as well. Craggle, have you been streaming with anyone else this week?
No, not this week. No.
Oh, I'm honoured. Anyway, it's great to have you here. I actually really enjoy talking to Craggle on a Friday. Don't know why. It's not a specific day or anything like that. It just seems to be the day that me and him are kind of best hook up. Always good.
Sounds like a chat show.
So,
you know, I guess you could say I'm all right for a Friday night, I guess, but you know.
Oh my God.
Well, is anyone? I got to get. Sorry, I've got to say this because it always comes up. Is anyone going to be eating pizza tonight, or has anyone eaten pizza already?
Yes, that is an important thing to know. We need to know.
I had pasta.
I was going to have pizza, and I couldn't find any, so I'm going to have burgers instead.
Really?
Okay, now I want burgers.
It'll be a lamb burger.
Lamb burger? Why lamb burger?
Yeah, because you know it's lamb burgers. They're like the in thing, aren't they? To have lamb burgers.
Is this a Welsh joke?
No, it's
It is now, apparently.
Is that a Welsh joke?
Yeah. It's like he was expecting it.
We have cows as well as sheep in Wales, you know.
I love it. Even in paranoid mode, he's entertainment, folks. Anyway, someone that looks like he's looking at something like he's never seen it before. Darren, what's going on with your set?
Oh, sorry. No, I'm just looking at the instructions online at the moment. Sorry, it's not like I'm not like who the hell is that on the screen? No, I'm just.
I can get mine
I've got two mystery pieces, and I haven't got a Scooby Doo where it's got to
Wait,
go.
is
But
that the 2014 or 2019 version?
2019, this one is no my
I can get
all the
mine
rest.
back.
My one's all nicely tucked away, but I just thought, well,
Wait,
this
let's have a
one
look
that
at
can
the
actually
piece again.
stand.
Is it a corner plate thing?
So I've got that one there. Just a
Oh,
nice
with the little bit on the end. Okay.
yeah, and then
Oh.
I've got that bit there.
Right.
I haven't got.
I'll get mine down and have a look. 2 seconds.
All right, thank you very much.
Oh, there we go. We could do a comparison.
It's got to be somewhere small. I generally do
Yeah,
not know.
definitely.
All right, Solo, does the front of yours look like
Yes.
this? With that piece on the very front next to the grills.
No, it doesn't have that bit. So right, so that's where
that
that
one?
bit goes.
Oh,
There's that
and
one.
then-
Roadrunner, let's make your image bigger.
All right, go on.
So I just got this little one by. Yeah,
Now,
it's got this.
bear in mind, I may be missing a door, but it's battle damage. Anyway,
It's battle
that-
damage.
what's the other piece?
Good
Is it
excuse.
the 1x1 clip with a 1x1 tile?
Yeah, that's the one.
It goes on Gree's chair at the back.
Ah, good lad.
Boom. There we go.
Right,
and
there
that's
we go.
the companion set to go with it, the droid gun.
Yeah, I've got that. That's up in my loft.
Yeah, I've got the joy gunship as well.
Is that any good? Is that
This,
any good?
honestly, unpopular opinion, I think this is one of the better sets of last year for Lego Star
It is
Wars.
better.
Oh yeah, it's a really good
This
set.
was really
It's a good set. I would say it's the best set of last year, but it's definitely
No,
one
not
of
the
the best.
best. One of the better
It's
ones.
one of the best from last year, in my opinion.
Value-wise, this is a contender for the best one.
Yeah.
I think I prefer this one over it. I think the minifigures in this one was
Oh,
nicer.
Yeah. Even though I do like the Kashyyyk droids. I do like the way they've
There's
done
Gree.
those. Yeah, Gree's
Yeah,
cool.
love
I want
Gree.
to get him.
And yeah, I've got the Kashyyyk droids somewhere. They were really nice
That is
addition.
the most single overused printed piece in the history of Lego. The angry cone head. I can't stand
Oh, in that
Oh, it
chat.
has to be.
Don't
Hey.
take angry clones to Jang Bricks. He goes crazy. Quite rightfully so as well. Everybody, someone was thinking, and it was someone with a very long name, and it was Brickmaster Madrana. Brickmaster Madrana is a hell of a name. Thank you for popping by. Really appreciate it. And for him, it's pizza time. Come on. Anyway, let's take a look. All right, so tell me about them, because I've always wondered, Darren,
Yes.
Brixo, Haggle, Coco. You know that. Roadrunner. Tell me about the set you've got there, the round set. It looks like it's the dish.
So, this is the droid donut, otherwise known as the droid gunship. It came out last year, and it premieres around, I want to say, the 4th season of Clone Wars. So, or
Yeah.
5th. Fourth or
The
5th.
Siege of Alderaan. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the one.
Yeah.
So it's got
it's
moving guns on
Blooming
front.
ugly.
It's not ugly.
Have you caught up, Crackle? Please tell me you've seen that.
Yeah,
scene.
please tell me, Craggle.
You got the cockpit in there, which you don't really see droids piloting them, but Lego just made it a feature because extra figures, playability, why
Nah,
not?
there's no pilot that goes in there. It's
But
completely.
this
No.
whole chunk here is a really nice build. That's a sticker. Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
really
it
nice
is.
build. Swiveling guns on the fronts, and then there's the donut in the middle.
It's got a lot of
Stickers.
weapons in it.
A lot of weapons, but a lot of smooth, these big, nice pieces. I really like.
One
They're
thing
really
I was
useful.
really disappointed about that one is that you're not able to click your own droids underneath, which I thought that would have been a
Yeah,
nice
I
feature
can
to
Oh,
do.
yeah, that
understand
would have been actually
I
quite
can
cool.
understand that. Also, for reference, these are landing gear, so it balances on these pieces, which I think is quite clever.
I
Rather than
think
big
That is,
feet.
yeah.
But
So
I
the
think
front
it
of
looks
that is
like
level with
in a
that,
crate with the 8080 head stuck on the front.
Yeah, basically.
Sorta.
and then you got
It does.
moving guns on both sides, and then
So
the
that
bomb.
in itself is a droid, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a
Yeah,
droid. Yeah,
droid. But no pilot in the Clone Wars, just.
so it's like the Tri-Fighter, the Vulture droid. I get the Tri-Fighter down in a sec, but you know, it's like its own being, I guess.
Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty
But it's
cool.
programmed.
And for reference, I'm building the General Grievous wheel bike in the background. I was supposed to get the Django Slave one out, but I was doing cleaning and I'm emptying a box, and I've got this and the original Mustafar left to build, so I'm doing those tonight.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Oh, and in
it's
answer to your question, Darren, I've just watched the episode The Box, which
The
I
box.
enjoyed.
Oh,
Love that one.
But it was a complete rip of a film called Cube, if you've ever seen it.
Yeah, it is.
No.
It is. Yeah, it's just a slightly more violent version of it. Yes.
I still thought it was cool.
Yeah,
But
it was
this guy
still a good
makes it
episode,
10
but
times
I was
better.
like, this is Cube.
The
Yeah.
Embo makes it better, so it's fine.
Oh yeah, Embo's quite cool. I finally
Embo.
finished Clone Wars this week, so I finally
Oh,
did it.
man.
So not
Very
giving
cool.
anything away, because Craggle is kind of.
Yeah.
What season are you on, Craggle?
I'm midway through season 4.
Oh, okay, that's good. You're
Not
kind of
bad,
making
not
good
bad.
progress. Did you like it, Brixo?
Yes, I really did like it. I think it was great.
Did you really like the last 4 episodes, especially?
Oh god, they were blooming awesome. Yeah. They,
Oh, I got goosebumps thinking about it, folks. It was so good.
I'm gonna watch
Yeah,
them all again. Like,
We just finished before this. Is it the Barna arc?
The
Embara.
Embara arc. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good
I
arc.
That was
just covered that.
too
Oh, yeah,
good.
that's a brilliant one. I've got
It
the
was so good.
Embara at MHC, which I built the other week.
I've got the Z95 Headhunter from that.
I've enjoyed the Clone Wars up until this point. You know, the earlier seasons, there were a few episodes where I was like, "Oh dear." But
Yeah.
honestly, that was
Yeah.
the first. I can honestly say that I absolutely loved it. I really thought it was fantastic. That
I was especially happy you'd watch that because that means you can watch my video without muting it this time. I just did an Embara segment, yeah, so I was like, Craggle, please don't mute it this time. He literally left a comment last week saying, sorry, I muted your video halfway through, it looked cool.
I like it. That is a good comment.
Yeah.
Great.
Made my day.
Well, at
You
least
know.
you got the watch minutes in, though.
Indeed, yeah.
I
Yeah,
even
enjoying
got my missus to subscribe to you as well.
Yes.
Hmm.
Support. The support is coming from all angles. It's
Listen,
very good.
anyone out there in the chat, please do check out everyone. Rogue Runner, he's
Yes.
really good. Cat the Craggle, yeah, he's pretty good too. So, Master Brixo, Cafe Con Lego, she's fantastic. Like I say, Cat the Craggle. We've got Cat the Craggle. Are you one of the biggest YouTubers in the UK? You must be.
I
Yeah,
don't
he
know.
has
You
to be.
keep saying that. I don't know.
You have
I
to be. You've got like 40k, haven't you? Or
I
something?
think in terms of
Oh.
Lego, you must. In terms of Lego, you must be.
Yeah.
You must be.
So, anyway, what I will say, Mr.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh, we cut out.
We've lost
He's
Greg.
mid-pose.
we
He's
lost-
like
Yeah,
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 for
he
5
did.
minutes on the top
Number
left.
2, you have to come.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, no, I think it's just really cool, mate, that you hang around with us. That you know, I'm saying us, but I mean, we're not bad YouTubers. We know what we're doing.
We're not bad, are we?
Mind you. But I tell you what was really fun this week is hanging out with Darren. I think it was it Wednesday, Darren? I jumped on stream.
Yeah,
with
it
you.
was. Yeah, it was. Yes, it was.
What do you mean hanging out with Darren? You live together.
That is true.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely convinced that you're not twins and then you're attached by the feet underneath the same desk or something. You know?
I look like Peter Crouch.
That'd be funny.
I look like Dennis White.
The times 12. Oh God.
Nightmare.
I might be quiet for a minute or two just so I can not do 13 of these.
So is anything actually happening on there? Or it just looks like you've been burgled or something.
Yeah, I've got my table's full of parts. I have to build on my bed, so
No,
it's sort of And I keep having to reach down to the side of me with
the bit
my.
you've got your camera, we can't actually see what you're doing.
Yeah, I would move my camera around to my bed, but it's got a lot. It's just very messy and
Okay, yeah, no one likes to see a messy bed, do they, everybody?
yeah. It's got a mock on it and stuff and some random sets.
Okay, so we're going to check who says, is that CCL? He certainly is. CCL is doing some serious amount of sorting over there. Well, she was anyway.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to find a piece, and I could have sworn that I ordered it, but it is not here.
Okay.
So.
Well, what I want to know, the burning question, Cafe Con Lego, is what kit you were going to do.
Oh goodness. So fun fact is, I actually have a list of 30 mock ideas.
Nice.
30
they're
more
just
than me.
all kind of circulating in my head, and then there's like other ones that I think of when I'm on Bricklink trying to make orders for the ones on the list, and I'm like, oh, let me make a wish list for this. So kind of all over the place, but I guess if you guys wanted to see a sneak peek, so it was
Yeah, no,
the
definitely.
backyard for Boy Meets World. I don't know if you guys have seen that show.
Oh, I've heard of it. Yeah, it's is it the one on Nick or Disney?
Yeah, I think it was Disney.
Disney. Okay, cool.
And so I've made some of the characters here, but so they're just in the basic yellow. I'm waiting for the flush tone heads to come in. They're a little more expensive, but this is Corey. So this is from the first season, and then Mr. Feeney and his best friend Sean. So got that classic middle parted 90s hair. And yeah, so then I'm just trying to put all the pieces in order so then I can start building again.
Sounds great.
Oh,
I'm
brilliant.
really hoping one of those flesh tone faces is a Yangri clone face, just to make Craggle's day. I'm just hoping. But no, it was a really cool idea. I like the, and then 30 plus idea. That's most impressive. As one
30 plus. Just come up with a 30 plus idea.
It's very good. Very good.
Yeah, we'll see if they're possible with my limited skills, but I actually made a tensegrity thing yesterday.
Oh, the really cool thingies.
Yeah, well, let's see if I can get it to balance here. Okay, yeah, that was pretty easy.
All right, limited. There's nothing limited if you've done one of those. That's one. Let's take a look. Oh, look at that.
So it's like a beach with the it's a lifeguard tower here, and then the wave kind of overtaking
Cool.
That's
the
nice.
sand. Yeah, so then someone's stuck in the wave. They got some legs hanging out over here. The rest of the body's in the wave, and then surfboard.
Kathy Kong, can I ask you, are you a Jedi?
What?
You've got a hood on, haven't you? And you've
Yeah,
got Jedi
I was
clothes on.
thinking the same thing.
Or are you a Lord of the Sith?
No, it's chilly in the house.
Really?
In fact, don't come to England. You'll freeze to death. They definitely don't go to Wales.
Oh,
What are you talking about? It's warmer in
It's
Wales.
cold. It's always cold in Wales. Every time I love Wales. Wales is a beautiful country. It really is gorgeous. Every time I go there, it's a bit cold. Come on, Craig, we've got to admit it's a bit cold.
No.
It's a tad chilly.
Craggle's used to it though.
Well,
It's normally wet, but it's not cold.
Oh, okay. Right. I remember once I actually lived in Devon. Believe it or not, folks, I lived in this place called Devon. It's on the west side of England, and I lived there for 2 years. And honestly, I stuck out like a sore thumb down there because they all talk like this. They do down there, and it's a beautiful place. Made loads of good friends. Go back there all the time. Fabulous.
Isn't that where Darren's from?
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you trying to say about my native people?
Okay. My point exactly, folks. Case closed.
Right, I'm going to rustle up my farmer boys.
You're
now.
going to run combine
Oh,
harvester.
my
I'll give you.
No.
Now I've got something I've just noticed. I know for a fact that I did this. Now, Solo Brick Builder, about a week or two ago, noticed that they unsubscribed from me. Right? And I've just noticed that I was unsubscribed from Cafe Con Lego. Now, what's that all about?
Uh-oh.
That's weird.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm subscribed again because, I mean, wow, I'm shocked.
Double the subscription.
Yeah. Anyway, you've got a very nice, healthy 130 subscribers, Cafe Con Lego. It's very good.
Nice.
Now,
Thank you.
all you lovely people in the chat, we know who you are. Do yourself a favour. You want to see some cool reviews, some news, even some official images of the Monkie Kid. If you're going to take a look later, take a look at Cafe Con Legos. Very good. It's a very cool. I love Cafe Con Lego. In fact, we got a few new stars on the Lego community horizon recently. Cafe Con and Sarah Starbricks. I think she's pretty cool. And we got yourself, of course, Bricks A Studios. I think you do some
Yeah.
really good stuff, my friend.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You do indeed.
Mhm.
Craggle,
Hello.
I
The
thought-
Craggle Man.
I thought that was a good video that you did about the Star Wars.
Oh, you went robot again, Greg. You're back.
Who went again?
I'll fill him in. The Star Wars helmet one.
Oh,
Yeah.
the top 10 helmets that we need next.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah, I'd like to see more. I need to watch that.
Yeah, that was a fun one to make. It was an idea I had because we had a few conversations with different different people about what other helmets they could do, and I was like, well, why don't I do a video on it? So,
Yeah, smart.
although I did run a few ideas by Rogue as well.
I said no to every single one, so I take credit for his full video.
But I think if
I just like it.
It would have been the top 100 Star Wars helmets we need next.
Oh god, but no, it was a really cool video. I really liked it. It was very
thank you.
informative, and
Yeah.
I like the phase 1 stuff you did. This
Thank
thing
you.
is-
I'd like to see some clone trooper ones.
I need. Okay, I'm gonna play the Lego buffoon. I need to know because I don't know, and I don't know why I don't know, but I don't know.
You know all.
What is a phase 1 clone? Can someone?
Oh my god.
Greg!
A long
That-
time
that-
What
ago.
a phase
like
1 clone is.
That's a phase 2 trooper. That's class of the phase 2 trooper because the
Basically-
helmet is
Yeah.
slightly
Clone
different.
Trooper armor.
And
that's
this is a phase 1.
clones, and then phase 2 is the one in Revenge of the Sith.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's phase
That's
1.
Clone Wars phase 1.
Now, if you want to know about all the differences about what the phase 1 armor and phase 2 armor is, I can tell you that. I'd imagine a lot of people probably get bored about that. So
Oh, I'd like to hear about that, please. I love hearing Star Wars lore and
Phase,
yeah.
phase 1's had weaker armor but better visors. Phase 2, better armor, visors weren't as good. Which is
Okay.
why
Other way
they
round.
visor-
it's
Is it
other way round. Phase 1 armor was better but uncomfortable. Phase 2 armor weaker
yeah.
but more comfortable.
But
So
isn't
the
it with,
visor-
Phase 2 looked cooler.
with
much
Rex,
cooler.
Disney like cut parts off the phase 2?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like phase
The
1
Rex
helmet.
is the only
Hey,
one who
hey,
can combine both. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kittenville's in the house, everybody. Kittenville, welcome.
Hello.
Hey, my friend. It's great to have you here. It's great to have you. And it was really good. A couple of weeks ago, we were streaming together over there on it was Sunday, wasn't it? So it was the Good Morning Brick Hype.
No, it was a
stream.
high. Yeah.
It was good fun. Finland Bricks is in the house, folks. Finland Bricks. Great to have you here as always. Becoming quite a regular now, mate. I really appreciate it. We're loving having you here. And, all you guys and girls out there in the chat, give us some questions. What have you been up to this week? What do you guys think of Monkie Kid? I think I just do a search for Monkie Kid. I think it's about time.
I just want to address as well to Brett's build. I will not be drop testing my assembly square, but stream exclusive, I will here on stream drop test the cafe corner right here, right now. So here we go.
Oh, here we
It's
go.
quite heavy. It's quite
Live.
heavy.
Everyone.
Quite
Yeah,
heavy.
Cafe
Here
corner.
we go, and here we go. There you go. Stream exclusive right there. There you go.
Was that a successful test?
I mean, it looks a bit dented, but should be okay. A bit scratched, but there's your modular drop test Brett's builds. Thought I'd just satisfy the.
I will tell you as well. Stop the news. What do we think of this? The fairground this year, the fairground attraction, the haunted
Oh
house.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
like
cool.
it.
good
I
one.
like
Not
it.
yesterday,
Not an
we-
essential.
ages ago after Monkey Kid.
Monkey
Yeah,
Kid's
no,
like take over.
It looks really. I like the references to Hidden Side, Adventurers,
Yeah,
and then
it's
I
got a lot
like
of-
the drop tower is a lot narrower than I thought it'd be. I'm quite impressed as how narrow they got it.
Yeah.
You know,
Without,
one
Did you-
I'm a little bit disappointed by is the fact that the drop tower only does once.
Hmm.
So,
Mm.
like, I think even if you do the power function, it will go all the way up to the once, and then it goes down, and it has to start again. It doesn't do like what normal drop rides do, where they sort of go down and then go back up, and go down, back up.
No, I think that's limitations of Lego. Unfortunately, I don't think there would have been a
Yeah.
way to have like
Well,
a
they
bounce.
did it on Lego Masters.
They
Hey,
did.
what's up, teacher? Great to see you, mate.
Yeah,
Well,
What's up,
I think it was
everybody?
on Team Lego Masters they did it, but the problem they had was that it was so fierce when it went up and down that the minifigures flew out the seats.
yeah.
That's
And
what
as
that's
well-
what I call a ride.
That's probably
And-
why they did do it.
And this set is using the new power functions, where I'm going to guess that Lego Masters one used the infrared power functions.
Yeah.
you
And also
said-
in this set, you have to buy the power functions separately. They don't come in
Yep.
the set.
Yeah, that's always the case. I had that with my roller coaster, but the problem with this one is that it all relies on the smartphone app, and I just think to myself, what happens if they eventually stop supporting the app, or if you have a device that the app doesn't work on?
I'm
Yeah.
confident they're thinking. I'm confident they're finding ways to prevent that. I think that they'd have researched that before they released it. Surely, I'd be
Well,
surprised if they didn't.
pass them. You have to
Also,
in the future, there is a way around it, but you have to buy an adapter or something from them that costs another 40 quid. You know?
Right.
like Apple.
Yeah.
Good old Apple.
Yeah. Did anyone else see the other the designer video for it? They did they made it really high, and they did a drop test, and it literally just smashed.
And it's so good. Sorry.
Well, here we go, folks. Well, look, let's have some
Monkey Kid.
let's have some Monkey Kid action, shall we? Look at this. Look, what do you think of him?
I think he's awesome.
Awesome.
So that headphone.
That CMF then that had the staff and everything from what was it 19?
Monkey
King.
King.
Essentially, it is the Monkey King, because this is kind of loosely based on a Chinese myth about the journey to the West. I mean, have you ever seen the film The Forbidden Kingdom with Jackie Chan and Jet Li?
I have not, unfortunately.
Nope.
Basically,
I've
that
seen
was
that.
also inspired by it, and Jet Li's character in that is the Monkey King. And I think what's going to happen is that the Monkey King is
Spoilers.
Sorry?
Spoilers.
Oh, I think no, but this is just a speculation. I think the Monkey King is going to be this sort of hero type character in terms of he's out of reach, and this kid is going to have the staff and have the power of the Monkey King and become a Monkey Kid. That's
Well, if you do look at the set name, the big mech, it's called Monkey King Warrior.
Yeah, and it's got one that's very similar to that CMF minifigure.
Yeah.
He's called the Monkey King. So that's just speculation. That's not spoilers.
No.
What would be
I don't have any inside
brilliant-
information. That's just me looking at the set and making crap up.
Yeah,
Basically.
exactly. What would be brilliant is that happened and
What
like
do
a
you
Han
think of this
Solo
mech?
type. Sorry.
What do you reckon of that mech? That's a big one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Love
I
that.
thought that's the light brick one.
Yes, I think it is.
Yeah. That one has light brick.
That.
Nice.
Oh, there we go. Can even bigger. Oh, blimey, look at this.
Does
I
it
think the
actually-
colours on the sets are really
though?
interesting.
That's what I want to know. Does it actually have knees, or is it once again just teasing us with the it has the look of knees but no actual functionality to them?
Yeah, I reckon
It doesn't
that's
look like
exactly what it is. I reckon that's got no knees
That
to
doesn't
that
look like
whatsoever.
Same.
I could you can see the ball joint.
Tell you what,
You can see the
with
joint
that-
there, but I don't think there's going to be knees. But I think the
No.
big one will.
Mm.
Yeah, I think the big one will.
The mechs and knee joints, Lego are the equivalent to that little girl in school that always teased you that she wanted to go out with you, but really she wanted to go out with your friends. Honestly.
I tell you one
There you
thing,
go.
it's got a lot of stickers on it, hasn't it? Look,
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
It seems like this is another heavy sticker theme.
this is
Like-
a massive, this is a lot of stickers. That is a lot of stickers in there.
It's
I'm not
basically
like
going to be like
this one,
inside.
I'll be honest. This one doesn't do it for me.
I think it's all right. I think this is an interesting figure. These guys here.
Oh, the big fig is quite cool.
I don't know
Yeah.
whether or not it's highly detailed. I can't make up my mind if this figure is highly detailed or it's boring. I just can't make up my mind about it.
Well, he's
I
got
think-
side printing on his legs, hasn't he?
I think the
Oh,
leg
I'm
is
just-
cool,
I'm
the
just
necklace
never-
is cool, but then I don't like the arms. I think they will be.
I'm never a
like
fan of
shirt
big
would have been
dudes.
cool.
I
Yeah.
like his beard.
The beard's cool, yeah.
I've got to say, Crackle, you'll know this, I'm sure, or maybe even you, Kako, Tom. Is this the new element? This here, his headphones, because I'm digging them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are a new
Yeah,
element.
no.
Yeah, I think they're also in some of the new hidden side sets because they're meant to be Parker's
Yeah.
headphones that she wears when she has.
I like that. Oh, I've got to
Yeah,
say though, this I'm going to see titanium tomorrow, but this does look. I've got to say, take away Monkey Kid, I would have said that this was a Ninjago set.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
blatant Ninjago set.
Agreed. All it's missing is a
It-
second bike, and it's just bang Ninjago.
It's also got some nice recolors. So those rims, the green rims, they're recolors of ones that have been in the Avengers set. So it's got some
Yeah.
interesting recolors.
Oh.
The side of it actually looks a bit like Nexonites. That blade.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
A lot of people are saying that this is a cross between Nexo Knights and Ninjago.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's interesting. Let's move on. Let's take a look at a couple of other ones. One's called Snort, and the other one's called Bob. In other words, one's got an interesting name, and one's got a very boring name. Let's move on.
Like the Minions.
Well, I'm not quite sure what this is.
This looks Nexo Knights.
Yeah, it does look like very similar to a Nexo Knight set.
Do you reckon Craggle? Do you reckon Lego had a few Nexo bits left over and said, "Let's make a new theme out of this"?
Probably. That looks very Nexo Knights, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That is definitely a Nexo Knight set.
Definitely, yeah.
It's weird, isn't it? Because some of the sets, if they took away Monkie Kid label, some of the sets actually look like Nexo Knight, and the same to some of the other sets, you'd say that's Ninjago. But so it is definitely a cross between the two. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, you've got like the sort of animal-looking vehicles in terms of the pig ones, for example, and the bulls, which screams Nexo Knights, like with the stone, like the goblins, and
Stone Warriors,
the snake ones from Ninjago with the snake vehicles, and Chima as well. It's like a recurring thing. They'll have these sort of animal-inspired builds, which I'm not bashing. I think they're fine, but
they are cool.
It seems like they're using a similar pattern.
I like it. I used to be a big Monkey Magic fan when I was a kid. I used to love it. Absolutely. Didn't have a clue what was going on, but I loved it. Let's take a look at this one. My life.
Okay, this is one of the best sets.
Yeah,
this is brilliant.
This has got to be
there's a pig selling pork. Fantastic.
Yeah.
If there is a pig stuff,
and also that buildable pig on the top.
I've got to say, this guy here, the one eating the hot dog, looks like he get a bit too much pork, if you ask me. His face.
His face.
I think it's a great set.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
I've got to say, this is a cross between Lego Movie 2 meets Hidden Side, with a touch of Ninjago and a twist of Nexo Knight.
Yep.
Where'd you get Nexo Knights from?
Yeah, Nexo Knight's not really.
I don't see Nexo Knights.
What in that? I think the front has a sort of that menacing neck. They always had like spikes in the front.
Kind of more Mad Max, I think.
Oh yeah, more Mad Max, definitely.
Yeah, Mad Max, right? I was thinking Lego Movie 2 because it had a bit of a
exactly. Yeah, this is ugly.
This is a weird one, isn't it? This is
I like it. I think it's cool.
I love the car. I love the tri-bike. Look at that. That looks like.
I like the Panda Shop as well.
So remember Meccano? It looks like a Meccano wheel on the back of this one. I like the panda face.
Yeah, I do love that.
Like it's made of.
I love the new hairpieces in this series. They're fantastic.
Oh, I love it. I like the bike. Okay, this is a fun. This looks like it's going to be quite a fun theme. Oh, here we go.
This is the daddy.
Yes, this is the best one
that I want.
Look at that.
I mean, could this be the biggest Lego mech we've ever had? 1,600 pieces.
No, I tell you the biggest mech I've got, and that's Voltron.
Oh yeah, Voltron.
That's going to be a good battle. I didn't say this.
There's the side building to it. That gives it some scale there. That's brilliant.
Yeah, that side building's amazing.
He's a man. I've got to say, it does look like a really fun theme. I mean, I'm loving the feet on this.
They're coming out tomorrow in the UK.
They are, yeah. They're all coming out.
16th.
Yeah, they came out today in Asia and China or whatever. And they come out tomorrow.
Everybody said it was in America for some reason.
Mm-hmm. R.I.P. everyone's wallet.
I hope they have some decent promo on, like double VIP points.
They might not.
We've got to take a look. Let's see what's going on in the chat, and then what we do is we'll take a look.
I think looks so much like something from Ninjago City, like a Lego Ninjago movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sort of. And also, they're not even listed on Lego Shop yet, so like promo. No, I've been looking all day.
We've got Marton Ferenzi in the chat. Good to see you, my friend. Take Up Studio says that just looks like a Nexo Knight set. It does, doesn't it? Hagel knows much more about Nexo Knights than I do. He's the authority on that.
Craggle doesn't have a clue.
Just go away from the bus, why don't you?
Martin Forenzi says a recolor. It appears in the new haunted house. Oh, very interesting. Martin Forenzi says Simon designed the Ninjago movie sets, as well as Nick Vast and the others worked with well. Martin, you sound like a man that knows your Lego designers.
Got some knowledge there.
Yeah, that is some cool knowledge as well. Really appreciate that. Thank you. Welcome to Euphoria is in the house. And they say, just come off a live stream with Boom Bricks, talking with the designer of the new haunted house theme park ride. Boom Bricks. I've heard of Boom Bricks. Oh, I have to check that one out. Was you in the chat? Or was you welcome to Euphoria, or was you actually in the stream as well, my friend? Be interested to know what you thought of it. How was it? You like it? Yeah, lots of good chat going. Don't forget, folks, got any questions? Anything specific you want to see? We'll take a look at the haunted house a little bit later. But I'll tell you what we do. Let's see if our good old Lego shop here in the UK is actually selling them yet.
No, they're not. They're not, Greg. Sorry, they're not.
No way.
No, I've been checking all day since I know it was revealed today, and they just haven't.
Oh, okay. So are they actually available in America before they're available here?
We stream till midnight and then check again.
Yeah, midnight.
I will not comment this time.
I got to say, Craig. I got to say, I love streaming. I really do. I love it. The best thing about streaming for me is hanging out with some cool folks here in the panel, and of course everyone out there in the chat. You know that already. It's cool. I've said it a billion times. And I've got to say that particular one was a cool one, and you just the terrible memory.
It was fun.
Of finding me up. I've got to go to bed now. I've got to go to bed. And then we bought it, and then you messaged me about 2 o'clock in the morning saying, "Oh yeah, just let you know I bought it."
Oh man, hey, I created hype. All right, that's my.
I was drinking caffeine to stay awake for that until we were finishing about 2 o'clock. And then at 9 a.m. I was on Lego the Maniac stream. And then later that day, basically 1 a.m. on the Sunday, I was on his stream again. And I didn't get any sleep at all during that whole stretch.
Oh,
I tried. I was tired, but I just couldn't sleep. And it was I was horrible. Touches to the TIE Fighter helmet at 1 a.m. on Lego the Maniac stream. And I didn't have a clue what I was doing. It was like I was hallucinating or something, you know?
Yeah, it gets that point where your eyes are just so tired.
Yeah.
Ouch.
I mean, of course, the last part of the TIE Fighter helmet is all black plates on black plates.
Oh, no.
I was doing it at 1 a.m. My light bulb is going dimmer, so I figured he'd change it. I hadn't slept for like over 24 hours. I'm just like, what is happening here? I don't know. The studs are starting to wobble and merge into each other like a lava lamp, you know?
It's totally lost.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I finished it.
Yeah.
Nice.
A for effort.
Indeed. Okay, so Darren, how are you getting on with your build? Because I'm going to start looking at
What are you doing, Darren?
All right, please.
I'm building something else. So, Craggle, if you haven't seen this episode, spoiler warning, it's probably one of the second saddest episodes of the Clone Wars.
Oh yes, yeah, that is. I did not.
Oh, that's a flex and a half.
So what is that? Is that what sort of ship is that?
So this is classed as the Republic police gunship in the Clone Wars, and then obviously Empire used it as the most ridiculous gunship you've ever seen in your life. So
yeah,
in
it's used in Rebels.
In the Clone Wars, it makes a lot of sense, but in Rebels, it's just utterly stupid.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but for this, it's pretty cool. So, but yes, it's part of the.
What version of Ahsoka is that?
So this is a version number 2. This one is. Yeah, this is. Really nice one. This one is. So
that one and the Amaro Mobile Heavy Cannon, and that was it.
Yeah, and that was it. She's quite a well sought after minifigure. This one is. So because she only came in two minifigure, 2 sets.
Well, now she's like really expensive. Like.
And these 2 guys as well, the shock troopers as well. They're pretty hard to come by.
Yeah,
they are.
That set sealed is one of the most expensive Clone Wars sets.
Is it?
Indeed,
Wow.
it is.
Seals can easily go for 150 plus.
Sorry to go a bit geeky on you. Can you show me that element at the very front of it? It looks like a
Oh,
sort
yeah,
of
that's a great element.
light red or something.
One of the reasons why the set's so expensive.
Yeah. So and this one actually, so if I get rid of it, there we go. We just get over. So you can even. There you go. It's got a nice little Technic hinge that goes in there, and it nicely holds up. So it's actually two separate pieces. It's not one whole piece.
In it now, yeah.
So yeah, you might just be able to see it. So yeah, it's just basically two big old plates, just with a load of other bricks stuck on the back of it. And I heard someone cringe earlier on, so I chucked my figures around. So
That was me. Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh, shock troopers, man. They, like you said, their armor, it's comfortable, but come on.
How did you store your figures, Rogue?
Oh, I can show you. 1 second.
I bet he bubble wrapped all his up.
Bubble wrap.
Hey, his head's come off. Oh no, it's stuck in the helmet.
They are stored in a deep vault underneath this entire building, which is a 23-story building, guaranteed. Anyway, I have a box, which is a reused old Nintendo DS. There's a throwback storage case. And because I haven't sorted these out properly, it's just full of Star Wars figures. This is all my Star Wars figures. Well, not all of them, but a good chunk. And they're all just mixed in. So when I do my collecting Clone Wars videos, I can just pull them out. I know they're here because before they're among like 20 boxes. So
yeah, I'll keep all my figures.
Be careful with that. That will rub off the print storing them like that.
Yeah.
Nah, they're all right. They're fine. Like here's the 5
if you go into like a Lego store and look at the build a minifigure section, you'll find parts where the prints have rubbed off because they're just rubbing against each other.
Yeah, but I don't, rummage, and I carefully take one out.
You shook that container pretty hard when you first showed it to us.
Yeah, I've got to say, he's heavy-handed, isn't he, Craigle?
He is.
Yeah, no, it's just for video production. So when I do my collecting Clone Wars videos, I know everything is. So I did my Umbara one, so I knew my 501st was in there.
Just to warn you, I may go a bit quiet now because the missus has just delivered me 2 gorgeous burgers.
Oh, lucky.
I don't know what to think of that.
Well, Craigle, there is a joining stream tax of 1 burger per extra panel guest. Therefore, I'm expecting a delivery.
Same here.
Oh well, don't hold your breath.
I'm not particularly hungry, but I could eat another burger. So yeah, go on.
There you go.
Oh, that is so good. Oh,
no, just stop. No.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to disappear. So I'm going to make myself a cup of tea and biscuits.
Oh. But yeah, no. If anyone that set sort of has, it's definitely worth. If you get for a decent price, it's worth getting. It goes for a lot, but I
got this.
What's the set number for that then?
I only paid 20 quid for this one.
Oh come on!
Stop rubbing it in our face, Solo.
75046.
Sorry, Darren, what's the set number?
75046.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep. I found it on eBay and no one bidded on it, and I was like, well, I feel bad about.
I was probably asleep.
Wait, no one bid on it. That's
no
insane.
one bidded on it. It was cheap, and yeah, I was
think
like,
you had load of bits on that.
It hasn't got a box. I'm not bothered about the box.
I don't care about the box either.
I mean, I personally recommend, like, if someone wants to get that set, I'd personally recommend getting the ships separate, and then because the Ahsoka and Anakin aren't exclusive, you might find it cheaper to get them.
Right now, this is what they said in the thing, right? So they said in the instructions, set complete, all were minifigures, instructions in immaculate condition.
Immaculate.
Oh my god!
That is just what happened.
That looks like it's axed.
He looks like one of mine. I've got one. It's horrible.
I mean, look at that.
It's bad.
Yeah, it's not immaculate.
I mean, I can't complain. It was 20 quid, but I mean, like,
steal.
How is that immaculate? It looks like it's got a tumble dryer.
Yeah, if I end up paying over 100 quid and that turned up saying that's an immaculate condition, I would have been furious.
It's the classic. Oh, I put my instructions in my jeans and then you throw it in the washing machine.
There you go.
Yeah.
The only deal.
Instruction books is like half the pages missing. It's one of my old sets. Please
the only deal I can hold to that is my Upwin 70, which I
appreciate stuff, everyone. Take care, my friend. Great to see you.
See ya.
That's
We've got
that's
Titanium J52 in the house, folks.
yeah. Well,
It's going to be a stream tomorrow. So tomorrow's a cool stream. I might as well, while Titanium's here, because tomorrow I'm going to be building this.
the Blocks magazine.
Oh, you're building a Blocks magazine. Fun.
Ooh.
I'm going to be building that. Have we lost someone? I feel like we
We lost
CC. We lost CC.
Greg, not to warn you, there's no age on that Blocks magazine set, so you might want to ask parental permission first.
Yes, that'll be advised.
Is that what?
There's no age on your Blocks magazine set there, so you might want to ask parental permission just before you start building it. Just warning you. I had to do it.
An 18 plus. Look at that.
Oh man,
I love Blocks magazine. I love it.
the Titan mech. Nice choice. Nice choice.
Yeah,
Family
nice.
Bricks, hello.
Oh, hey, Matt.
We've got Family Bricks in the house.
Family Bricks is in thy house.
Family Bricks. Well, he's early. I don't think he was going to be here for another 2 hours yet. What does he say? Where is he? G'day, everybody. Hey, g'day, Family Bricks. Hey, my friend.
I've been listening along to his.
Mind you, saying
interview
that,
with-
he hasn't asked how everyone else is, just Craggle.
Oh,
We see how it's going here.
I've just been listening along to his interview with Kevin Hinkle, so I'm currently going through that.
Welcome to the stream, my friend. Great to have you here. So saying Jacob, this is nice, Greg. The Golden Mech is an excellent set. Yeah, I thought I'd build that tomorrow. I fancy doing a smallish mech.
What was time?
500 pieces. What are you building tomorrow, Solo? More importantly, this is the importance of tomorrow is that Solo Brick Builder is building for the
I'm
first
building.
time a Ninjago set.
We've started it.
I'm building this contraption. So yeah, that blue
He doesn't have a
plane
clue.
You sound overjoyed.
with some knives and a snake head.
It's a good
well,
build, Solo.
I will tell you about it. It's got a function at the back where you can make knives come out the back out the side of it. So pretty cool.
I think
it's got-
Titanium's cringing right now.
It's got a purple snake.
Knives.
It's got knives. It's got a weird snake thingy-bobby that comes with it.
A weird snake thingy bobby.
It's got a gold dragon. Yeah, it looks good. I don't know what it is.
I now want to buy 5 of them after that set.
Look out for my review.
Yeah, you're gonna get hooked on Ninjago now. Gonna buy every set of the wave.
Yeah, so yeah, James Stormfighter. So that's that. There you go. that's what's being built tomorrow.
We've got action in the green room. We've got someone who's joined us. Who's going off to eat some burgers? Is it Craggle?
Huh?
Are you?
He doesn't have.
Sorry, I had a mouthful. What's going on?
Are you eating burgers still at the moment?
I am, yeah. Do you want me to go, do you?
No. Well, it's just that Matt's in the green room. Matt was going to be here in about an hour's time or something, but he's here already. So I thought
Early bird.
I'll bring him in while you're eating your burgers. Is that all right?
Yeah, sure.
The last thing we want is Craggle to get indigestion on the stream.
True.
All right, let's see you guys do it.
All right, I'll
See you
just
in a bit,
Craggle, give me a private when you're ready to come back in again.
Sure thing. Cheers.
Man. All right, so there we go, folks. That's Craggle.
Oh damn! Please go on.
Matt Elder, aka Emily Brick. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
Hello, Matt.
Howdy.
The
Solar,
Lego.
Brixo, CafeCon, Rogue Runner, how's things?
Hey,
Awesome.
Yeah, just started listening
come
to your Kevin Hinkle interview, so very good so far. So I'll make sure to finish that. Either this evening or
Cool.
tomorrow morning.
Oh yeah, when did that go out? Was that was today's one that you did, wasn't it?
Oh,
Yeah, that it's sort of got released today. Basically, I did the sort of this afternoon, more or less. Still.
Oh, I've only
Getting
just
through that
finished.
and
I've only
everything.
just finished the last interview. I'm a bit slow at watching the videos, but
He's a slow watcher.
I'm a slow watcher. Well, I've got this little thing that keeps coming around and annoying me every second.
It's called a
So,
gunship.
Why do you think I don't get on until after 8?
Yeah, I don't blame you. But yeah, she's in.
My God, it's 8:40. My life, I didn't realise it was even
Time
that time.
flies.
Hey, we got
Wow.
DJ in a blade 8304 in the stream. I hope I pronounced that correctly, by the way.
I'll tell you one thing I have noticed ever since I started talking about my Ninjago set, Titanium's gone very quiet, so you might have passed out.
And he might have cringed. He might have cringed too much.
Someone phone the ambulance in his area, please. Oh, he's alive. He's alive. He's in.
Okay, safe.
Who's going to be doing the first Ninjago set tomorrow? We're going to be for the very first time ever on London Bridge Bricks. DJ in a blade 8304 is going to be joining us tomorrow. Now, if anyone's never heard of DJ in a blade 8304, I very much doubt that because he's a pretty well-known YouTuber. Check him out though; he knows a thing or two about Ninjago. He really does.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you who else knows a little bit about Ninjago, and that is Mr. Titanium J52. Now, he's
We've got our 2 Ninjago experts.
We have 2 Ninjago experts. So, DJ. That's the one I'm going to be building.
Oh, you're talking about Jen
What's
board.
happening on the stream? It'll be fun. Cafe Con, did you find your part that you was looking for?
I did not. I had to substitute with a different part here for the hilt, but this is something else that was going in my mind. It's a Buster Sword from Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, that's cool. Like a massive sword thing. I've seen that.
Yeah. God, you want to see the sword that's on the Voltron set that I'm building at the moment? It's massive.
Yeah.
It's actually a whole magazine devoted to it. It really is.
Oh wow.
Voltron is quite big though. It's massive.
It's ginormous. I'll show you one of the cats I made. I mean, bear in mind, there's 5 cats. And the middle one's the biggest one.
I have returned.
We have indeed. I might get you to hold the con in a minute because I might go and do a cup of tea for myself.
Oh, okay. No
We love our teas, folks. I tell you what, look, here we go. This is so just to give you an idea how big Voltron is, because it doesn't only come in a giant box. There's a reason it comes in a giant box, and it's because it's a giant set. I mean, look at that. That there is one of the one of the lot.
Give us some scale, Greg. Put a minifigure next to it. Give us a bit of scale.
I'll give you a
Put the A-wing next to it or something.
Nah, you just need a minifigure. Everybody knows. So
the scale we're looking for, Pixo. Here we go.
It's not the scale you're looking for.
Oh wow.
Whoa.
That is pretty big. Yoda's on then.
It's ginormous. Here it is. I've got to say, oh, that's his bum. And
Lovely.
but yeah, there we go.
Awesome.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is honestly. It's a really cool. Here's the thing, right? This is how big it is. Look, this is the Here's his bum. That's the Mustafar set. There we go. That went live this week, folks. You fancy seeing a bit of Mustafar and a bit of speed building sensation? There we go, Mustafar. Look, the cat's so big, he's bigger than Mustafar.
Voltron versus Mustafar.
The ultimate duel.
Indeed. Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't
I
it?
don't know why I sold that set. I mean, I've been looking at them ever since, obviously, I've been
You're mad. Absolutely mad.
Yeah, well, the thing is, though, I mean, like I said, I mean, I didn't really have a lot of interest in it. I mean, I love Lego ideas. I absolutely love Lego ideas. But then I saw Voltron turn up, and I generally thought it was something to do with Power Rangers. Like, that could be interesting.
Yeah, like a Megazord.
Yeah, whatever it's called. And I was like, yeah. Then it came up on on a deal at Smith Toys. I was like, yeah, go on in, I'll buy it. And I put it to one side. But then Lego released a load of waves of Star Wars. And I was like, well, got to pay for that somehow. Put it online. And yeah, just
well, hey, £20 of that went towards your Coruscant police gunship. So there you go.
Exactly. Apart from it was a couple of years ago when I sold it. Yeah, but yeah, no. It's I mean, after watching you and Doc build that on your stream, it's kind of like, damn, what have I done? What have I done?
That one that you're going to be building, DJ, that one you're building tomorrow, is that from season 1 of Ninjago? It looks very snaky-fied, very serpentine. Let us know. But anyway, looking forward to having you on, DJ. It's going to be fun. Looking forward to it. I've not met DJ before, folks. I was recommended, highly recommended from Rogue One. So, Brito, I've got to ask. It seems to be getting darker and darker wherever you are in the world.
Yeah, I got to put a light on in a minute.
Yeah, I think
Sorry about the light.
The sun is literally going down here in the UK, folks. Look, I've just opened the window and opened up the blinds. It has made a blinding bit of difference. But Brito, are you eating? Because I can bring someone else back in again if you're eating, or have you eaten?
No, I have eaten. Yeah, I ate. I had macaroni cheese.
We can't see what you're doing.
Oh, it's because it's on my bed. Oopsie daisies. It's there. A-wing.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what's happening to it?
I'm rebuilding it because I'm an idiot and I dismantled it.
Okay, so what was the idea behind dismantling it? We're dying to know.
Well, I with a few other sets, you know how some people lay all the pieces out and they look really cool.
Yep.
I did that with the A-wing, and I thought it looked really awesome. So I have got a picture of it, but it's not on my laptop, so I wouldn't be able to share a screen. But if you do want to check it out, it's on my Instagram, and that's a cheap plug, but still.
Yeah, don't forget, folks. Everyone who's on the panel, pretty much everyone here who's on the panel. Oh, I don't like the look of that. You're just putting your fingers in Yoda's brain. That looks a bit weird, doesn't it? Look at this. Look.
He has a family. He has a child.
He's a cannibal.
Now that looks absolutely freaky. Those eyes look like...
Yeah, that just creeps.
You wonder why Yoda talks the way he does.
Maybe
brains.
Maybe it's competition for Doc Samson. No, not like I do. No.
I think that's
okay, I'll stop.
Impression of an Australian doing an impression of Doc Samson.
Yeah.
Rogue Runner says, "Hey, yeah, and thank you for putting me in touch with him, Rogue Runner.
No problem.
Yeah, man, definitely. So what do we got? So, Darren, what do you got going on there? You're looking worried, and I'm thinking, what's he doing? Is it?
No, I'm bidding stuff on eBay, so I'm looking for a nice shiny new set. So I should really do it on my phone, but my phone's only got 2% battery left. So I'm like, I'm flicking between like the chat and look on eBay as well. So
yeah, I just sold a set on eBay.
I love a bit of tension.
It's got a couple of minutes to go. So
it was a secret project.
No secret projects. One, I'm just trying to get a load of parts together for my Venator Star Destroyer that's completely and utterly smashed to pieces. So I'm bidding on an X. It's got missing pieces, but it's got the pieces I need. So I'm after a cheap bargain one there.
Right, so I'm off to bid on that one, so I'll be right back.
Thank you.
I sold this on eBay. Got rid of that.
That's cool.
And I'm trying, but at the moment I'm failing miserably. The UCS B-wing, but there you go. So
that's going to be expensive.
587 quid.
Wait, what's that for? What's that?
The UCS B-wing.
That's pricey.
Hasn't even got a box. It's just
no box.
That used to go.
It's going to be like this. Look. It's going to be like this bad boy.
Oh, he's flexing. He's flexing
on us. Flexing.
Oh, there you go.
Look at that. 2,000. So how many pieces is
1,000?
3,000?
About 2,000.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's too long.
God, well, this must cost about 3,500. I reckon.
The B-wing's quite a big set as well. It's quite long.
Oh, it's massive.
It's almost Minifigure. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
It's big. And I just missed. I forgot about it. Was the old style UCS Millennium Falcon? I missed that one. Never mind.
I've just managed to get a Wolfpack clone trooper yesterday. I've just managed to get one of those, so I've now got all the Clone Wars Legions. It's a phase 1, which I actually kind of prefer. So yeah, I've finally completed my Clone Wars clone Legion collection, which is great.
Yeah, wow. I'll tell you one figure that you don't have, which I wish I had him down here, but unfortunately he's on the collection in the loft, which is I got a couple of custom ones that's that I got on eBay, which I got on really well now. So I've got the Clone Commandos, and just recently to go with this set, Craggle, cover your ears. But I've got fives as well to go with the set.
Nice. Is that
so?
Good one.
Art Trooper 5. So I've got that one. But I mean, obviously he's got his full guard on. Obviously in the episode, obviously he doesn't have his guard on. But the point is there, isn't it? That was such a actually, I'm actually going to say that was probably actually more sad than the Ahsoka one. So without trying to ruin it,
it's close for sure between the two.
Sorry, what? I missed that. What were you saying?
The Fives arc in the Forbidden episodes or Forgotten Trials, whatever they call
Lost Missions.
Lost Missions, that's the one.
Is that the? Yes.
So over in the chat, Cut the Craggle says that was delicious. The woodshop teacher says hi, Titanium J52. Lots of love for Titanium in the stream today. Building with Steve. Hello, Building with Steve. He says hello. Now, DJ in a Blade 8304 says something very interesting, Darren.
Yes.
An interest Rogue Runner as well. He says, got to get the A-wing as well. Will go great next to the Slave One. Well, it's funny you say that, DJ, because next week, next Saturday, starting about, I think 3 p.m. we'll go for Rogue.
Yep.
Rogue Runner and I, your mate, we're going to build the Slave One. We're going to build it together. They're not literally in the same place because that would not comply with social distancing at all. But we're going to be building the Slave One.
Yeah.
Reason being is that I've got a bit of a black backlog to go through, and
just a bit, Greg. Just a bit of the backlog.
Just a little one. Anyway, so our good friend Rogue Runner, my right honourable friend, says, I've got a Slave One as well, piloted by this good man, arguably the coolest bounty hunter ever, who's featuring as well next in the new season, The Mandalorian. I don't know how they're going to work that one in, but they will. And so we're going to be building that next week. So give me 10 days or so, DJ, and I too will be able to know what it's like to have one next to the other. Because
it's commonly regarded as one of the best UCS sets ever made.
Yeah, yes, I'm afraid I don't want to say it, but the Slave One you'll kind of look at the A-wing and you think,
where did it all go wrong?
Yeah,
it's designed by the same guy. Yeah,
that's the annoying part. It's designed by the same, and he is a phenomenal designer. And just I just don't know where it went wrong. I love the A-wing. I love the A-wing. I do love it, but when you put it next to that, it is you can start seeing quite a lot of flaws. Unfortunately,
I like this, but I like this, but this is better.
I'll tell you what. Hang on a second. Hang on. I'll be right back.
I think he's grabbing both, isn't he?
Yeah, he's going to flex on us. He's got both.
We're going to do some flexing, folks. We're going to get some hype. We're going to get to see what it's all about.
Here comes the preview.
Yeah, this is a preview. Oh, and just so you know as well, BJ, next week when we kick off, we're going to have Solo Brick Builder in the house as well. The reason being is only because he's built both sets, so he's kind of good to have around. People in the chat as well, I say.
Yeah, it's going to be a great build, that one, and it'd be great to finally have that Boba with printed arms. That's going to be satisfying.
Yeah, that's a good figure.
Package quickly open after this. But a figure arrived today, so I need to open that. I'll do that in a second.
5, 7.
Bricto, I've just sent you a private chat.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Okay, it's a question. It's nothing horrid, I promise.
Oh, is it a Slave One? Ooh.
I don't know, Greg. Maybe 9:30, maybe.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think maybe 20 past something. I don't know.
Okay.
Not too much longer.
We'll get when you pop off. We'll get Craggle back.
All right, yeah.
Craggle, man.
Hey, Greg.
I can't remember the story behind Craggle, how he came by that name, but it's a reference, isn't it, to Ninjago. Solo. I'll have to ask Craggle when he comes back in. Sorry, Craggle, I completely forgot how it is. I know it's got an Ninjago connotation talking about it.
Lego
Anyway,
movie.
ladies and gentlemen, let me give you Dr. Solo Brick Builder, aka Professor Boba Fett.
Okay. Right. So the Boba Fett one, right? So let me bring up the A-wing. Okay. So you put these side by side. So obviously there's a massive size comparison.
Oh,
Right. Okay. So obviously not minifig scale, minifig scale. So there's your size comparison. Number two.
It's tiny.
The A-wing isn't minifig scale. It's ginormous. It's bigger, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So the Slave one is actually minifig scale. So it is actually done to this. So it looks pretty ridiculous next to it. Unfortunately, it does look ridiculous. Number two, and this is the big one for me. Hang on a second. Let me just bung this on the floor. You look how complete this is. Now, obviously, Greg, you got the same gripes as me.
Yep.
But it's not easy picking it up. All right.
Like
So you look at how complete that is, all the way right round, no gaps in there at all. Every last little bit.
The base red section looks amazing.
It is gorgeous. It really is.
I can't wait to build that thing.
Right, and not only that, so if I get it right, I should able to do this as well. So you even got the cargo hold down the bottom there, which is done accurately as possible. And not only that, because there's so many great things about this, but the minifigure, that is the most impressive thing about. I mean, look at the size of that cockpit. That's a specialized piece for this one. All right, don't get me wrong, stickers down the bottom there, but the cockpit rotates, and then you get him. And that's what you want out of it, out of a UCS set, a great set, and a brilliant. And this comes with 3 minifigures. You got to bear this in mind. This comes with more pieces. This comes with more pieces and more figures, and it costs exactly the same.
Wow!
So you got to bear that in mind. It's
but it doesn't cost the same anymore. It costs way more.
Oh no, not anymore. But I mean,
released.
But when it was released, you got to think they've only just recently taken this out.
The Slave One minifigs are fantastic. They are.
I have a question. To you guys out there, out in the chat, and you, Darren and Rogue Runner, because you guys seem to know a thing or two about Star Wars things. Stuff.
I messed that up actually. Sorry, Greg. It comes with 4 minifigures, not 3.
Oh, just 4. Okay, that's all right.
It comes with Han Solo as well.
Oh yeah, because is that you got even Carbonite as well?
Yeah,
so it comes with that. So you get that.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, what was I going to say? Oh yeah. The Boba Fett. Does he come with print on his arm, which is quite rare?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, show us that. See if we can get zoomed into that. Hey, Joe's back. J Studios, welcome back, Joe.
Hello.
Look at that, man.
Yeah, that arm printing's brilliant. If you don't make it better, it adds leg printing the side.
Right, but that's not what makes him exclusive anymore.
Oh
no, that is not what makes him exclusive. He's got. I'll try and get my hand out of the way because
hey, we've got Red Ballot TV in the chat. Welcome along, mate.
That is what makes him exclusive now.
Well, he's a happy face. He's got a happy face.
Yes, he's a happy clone. That's what makes him exclusive, and I think there's one arm printing on there extra because they put him now in Cloud City.
They did, yeah.
But they did keep the face slightly different. I think they didn't put a print on one arm as well. I think.
Right.
Oh right.
Oh yeah, the case. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. But other than that, this set. I'll tell you what, Greg and Rogue Runner, when you build this set, enjoy it. Because believe me, it is a really enjoyable build.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Solo. What are the other figs in it? So it's Boba, Han Solo,
a Bespin Guard, and a Stormtrooper.
Oh right, okay. I thought they would include like Dengar or something.
I mean, look at the back of it. Hang on a second. Let me just.
It's brilliant, man.
Look at the back of that. I mean, the detail on that is.
Oh wow. Okay, that's insane.
I mean, Greg, this is what you got to put up with when you do it. You've got to do all these teeny tiny bits.
Oh, I might need that now. I might need that.
It's a big face. Look at the size of it compared to me.
Hey, Richard Chris, welcome to the stream, mate. Great to have you here.
Yeah, so I might need that now. So you've convinced me.
But anyone out there that's looking to buy their very first UCS set that's got about $300 laying around, get this one.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
tell you what,
say, I'm gonna say
I'd be
Bricks
interested to know what DJ thinks. DJ, would you say that is the best UCS set that you've got there?
It's a brilliant.
What is the best UCS set? What is the number one UCS?
Oh,
I think it's always been a toss up between this one and the Imperial shot.
Imperial
I
Shot.
think
Oh yeah, because those two are brilliant.
The Imperial what? I didn't quite get
the
it.
Imperial shot on.
The one that
Oh,
M&R
Imperial
literally
Shot.
loves.
I thought it said Imperial Shot Tube. I was like, oh, it's a new one. I know that.
Yeah, no, that's a very sought after one. It's one of the biggest Lego, I think, sets ever made, and I don't know if it's one of the exclusive figures, but it did have the chrome
version.
filter, which was nice as well. But yeah, it's massive,
It is ginormous. But
Yeah, it's a behemoth.
and because they brick built all the wings, it's so sleek and it's that one, but like
yeah, it's about 80% bigger.
Yeah, I get it's insane how big it is.
But it's lovely though, isn't it? Isn't it lovely? I've got to say, I really do like the Star Wars Lego shuttle. They just always seem to give it. And am I right in saying, whenever I do this, I always think of that scene from Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, when Luke's kind of doing this with the
Star Hopper one. Yeah, you're right. It's very similar.
I'm sure it's the shit. Yeah, do you know what? It could have even just been a model. Now, talking of models, let's chat about the A-wing for a minute then. While we're talking about UCS sets,
Woo!
there's two things I don't like about this set. And the aggravating thing, folks, because Solo's just done his review, there's lots of stuff I'm ticking off my review that I'm sort of thinking, well, I can't say that because he said it and blah, blah, blah. But I will be repeating some things. I like, just out of interest, what was you using for that as well? Oh, Cafe Con.
Oh, popped out.
She's back. She's nearly there. It's like she's materializing. It's like a scene from Star Trek: The Motion Picture where they're not quite materializing properly, folks. There we go. Are you there, Cafe Con? Welcome back, Cafe Con. CC, good to see you. Oh, I can't hear her. Cafe Con, I can't hear you, Cafe Con. But here we go. See, I like what I like about this. I think it looks pretty good. And the thing with this set, the A-wing, is it looks pretty good. It looks like the real deal. The only problem is it's not quite right. There's a problem here. I'll use this pen. See here, the cockpit, the canopy doesn't quite fit properly. So if I do that.
Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't mention that on my review.
See, I'm going to mention that's a little bug. Now, of course, the only reason it does that is because that isn't straight and it falls down like that. That bugs me. So that's one thing I'm going to mention. The other thing I'm going to mention is this. Let me show you this. Let me illustrate this to you, folks. This, I think, is the worst thing about it. Now, I will say this. I'm very unoriginal by saying it anyway, because Jang actually mentioned it, but I did spot it at the time. But, well, actually, I think I might have mentioned it last week. See there, this is the Ralph McQuarrie picture. Now, I grant you, that is concept art, but that's pretty much what the
one.
looks
Yeah, the Rebels
right?
one.
Yeah.
That is what it looks like. The problem is, right, this does not have the same front as that. It's too stumpy.
I think with that, as well, I've heard it might have been Bricks or somewhere. I think the cockpit windshield is a little too long.
Oh, it is.
I think
it is.
I think because of that sacrifices the front, which makes it look a little bit squashed. If that was back a little bit more, the overall like piece in general, I think it's just a couple studs too long, like from the actual A-wing scale. I think if that was pushed back a little bit, it would look more accurate.
Yes, and I the thing is, right, the one thing I will disagree with Solo on, with his review, is I actually quite like the back engines. That's why I like the shape of the RZ1, because the RZ1 is like a Formula One car. I mean, you practically just got to ride on the back of your chair, and it's super quick.
I
think the back engines are awesome.
Yeah, so I don't know if he didn't like the fact of the how can I say it? He didn't like the design or what? I mean, I don't like the fact that the way they're mounted. It's a bit, I don't know. It is a bit flimsy.
Yeah, it is a bit off and annoying.
But it is an Ultimate Collector Series set, so it's not one that you're meant to play with. It kind of looks good, and it's a bit of a rattler.
Am I
Anyway,
right?
we've got
it's like a one-piece connection. The engine's on the back. It's like one pin
it
or
is.
one axle or something.
Yeah.
It is one pin.
Oh, yeah, that's not.
Wasn't the best, really.
What did I miss? Sorry, man.
What do you mean? Let's have a quick look in the chat. Brick Central says hi. How's everyone going? Hey, Brick Central, how you doing, my friend? Did you reach 10,000 subscribers? I know last week you was on the epitome, on the edge of standing on the cliff of getting 10,000 subs. Tell us if you made it or not, my friend. And if anyone's never heard of Brick Central, check him out. He's got a really cool channel. He knows a thing or two about Lego. DJ the Blade 8304 says, from what I saw, the engines are fragile. They absolutely are 100% fragile.
They are.
And I tell you how fragile they are, DJ. And I hope you don't mind me calling you DJ. It's just a lot shorter than the rest of your name. DJ 8304. Maybe I'll call you that. Yeah, the thing I don't like about the design of the engine is the way it is mounted. Because that little fella over there, right? That little one is just as secure, those engines, as that one. And those engines are about 8 times smaller. So it needed a little bit more, it needed a better fixture. Otherwise, I quite like the set, but the nose definitely should have been longer. I was what I was doing, Darren, I was showing the people out in the chat the Ralph McQuarrie image.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I tell you what, you don't even have to use the Ralph McQuarrie one. Let's just take a look at one of the models, right? This is what it's based off here.
Here's what I built earlier.
Let's take a look. There we go. That's what it's based off. Now look how long that nose area is here.
Yeah.
Long, right? Whereas that one isn't. It's a bit.
I mean, even on the standard placer, I can show you this one. Like the nose is definitely like
let me
pale than this one.
Let me come out of this.
There you go.
Oh, there we go. Perfect. So
yeah, but the thing is, no, I mean, they obviously made it like the Technic in the middle of it. I mean, they could have just left it hollow and just, put the Technic, put the plates around it and just.
No, I don't know if I'm correct in thinking this, but it's on the UCS one. It's like, here you can see it's just a straight curve. The UCS, it almost seems to like slope a bit more down, like it sort of slopes like this rather than just.
Yeah, it's more of a dramatic drop off.
Yeah, which I believe is accurate, and this one, the cockpit lifts up and down, which I know the UCS one doesn't, sadly. But
I would say, can I just say one thing as well about the UCS set that really bugged me? That this is the ultimate bug, and luckily no one's mentioned it yet. Well, Solo hasn't mentioned it, so I won't be copying him. There's no landing gear.
Yeah. See,
landing gear?
See, I left that off there primarily because like UCS sets are kind of like that. Sometimes they don't always put them on there. I can't remember for the X-wing or Y-wing whether they put them on there.
Y-wing has it. Y-wing has a landing gear.
Yeah, but that is. I think they left it off to make it more smooth underneath there, but
yeah.
I think because that Technic middle piece,
it kind of gets in the way.
Had an issue with then putting in an extra.
Would have had a bit of a problem.
Yes,
bro, put your front of your on like that, and we can compare it.
There you go.
Yeah, so I think with my nose, I don't know. I just think.
I think your one has more of a dramatic curve. I think the side of yours makes it look more of a dramatic curve. The way they've done the side, I think
it's more the cockpit that makes it look more dramatic because that obviously cockpit's not integrated in.
Yeah, so I think the canopy. See, from a distance, from like here, you think, God, that looks fantastic. But when you scrutinize it a bit more, it kind of doesn't. Quite.
Well, you see, this is the thing. I mean, obviously, like. I mean, I think you should scrutinize it because, like, this is a UCS set. This is a lot of money that people are having to fork out to give to Lego, and Lego are obviously saying this is a replica of an A-wing, and then to get what you're given, and you're kind of like, it's not. It's a squashed version of an A-wing. And don't get me wrong, I admire Lego to actually come up with a brand spanking new canopy piece for the set. Fair play to them. but they should have sloped that canopy off. They should,
Yeah.
it's just certain things they just should have done that would have made it. If they just done the little tiny little bits, that set would have been absolutely perfect. It would have been a perfect A-wing. God, keep going on Y-wing. It's just little things that it just annoys me that they got so close to the absolute perfection side of things and just kind of gone, nah, that'll do. That's what it feels like to me. It's just like, well done, you finished it. Get it off, go on, out you go. And that's really disappointing because you're asking some really diehard fans and new fans as well coming into it to buy it. And that's the thing, what you showed there, Greg, on the instructions, they actually show you the A-wing that is based off. And I mean, and it doesn't look like it. And that's the bit. If you put a side-by-side comparison to it, it looks nothing like what they're actually looking at. And they spent a lot of time looking at the A-wing as well.
Yeah, they always do in the UCS sets because they gotta get it right.
Yeah, and it's just like such a shame that it got so close. But I
think we got.
We were so close, on the verge of greatness.
Hey, Cafe Con, are you there? Can you hear us?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we got you. Yeah, we got you back. You're materialized. Good stuff. How's that mock going that you're doing?
Huh?
How's that mock going that you're doing there?
It's going all right. I guess I was a bit more ambitious in my mind when I was kind of like thinking about what I wanted to do, and so the scale as well is a little off. But we'll tweak it and see how it goes.
Yeah. No. Okay. Cool. We will keep an eye out on that one. So Brixo, where have you got to then with rebuilding your?
I'm on bag 7, so it's building this unit thingies.
I got a little shovel there when you said bag 7 because I got to admit one thing I will say, and again it will come out in the review tomorrow. I just got to write it. I filmed everything. I just got to put it together. What I will say about it is from bag 5 onwards, I actually started really enjoying it. I thought it was quite good. Darren, I actually like the engines. I really like the engines, and I know you didn't like the engines.
Oh, I don't like the engines.
I do like them. They were quite a boring build, but they're nice.
Oh, I like it. I didn't think they were boring. They were really quick. That's what I like.
Yeah.
I see where they're going from it, trying to make the engines look like they're thrusting up or everything else like that. But it's just a sheer point. It's like maybe I should have just left them empty. And that's what it's either leave them empty. I think it's also the colour because like looking at the back of it looks like two bloody great big eyes looking at you.
Yeah, she kind of does. Yeah, I'll give you that.
But then as soon as you touch it and then they fall off and you're like, God. Which, annoyingly happened on my review, and I thought I'll leave it in there to show how easy it is they fall off. Because I just gave it a little shake and the bloody thing fell off. I was like, I'll deal with it in a minute.
When I was just rebuilding it right now, I had to fiddle with the engines to try and get them on. It's more difficult, so they are fiddly and delicate.
Yeah, see, I didn't think they were fiddly at all. I thought they were very straightforward. I just
they're not fiddly. Yeah, they obviously are straightforward builds, and obviously they are marketing this as an adult set, so make it difficult. Well, not difficult because obviously you're following instructions, but
okay, look, just so you guys and girls out there know it. Welcome back, Bricksloth. By the way, let me just run through the chat very quickly. Hold that thought, folks, for the engines. Bricksloth says, "I'm back. Had to go pick up parts shipment for my police station mock." Sounds intriguing, Bricksloth. We love it. Sasquatch Bricks says, "I'm subbing to everyone." You know what?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Gracias.
To my ears.
I saw you comment on my latest video, Sasquatch.
It really is.
Thank
you, Sasquatch. Solo, Brixo, Cafe Con, Matt Elder, aka Family Bricks, Rogue Runner, and Cut the Craggle, because he's out there. He's waiting to come back in when Brixo's done his stuff. These are all good boys and girls, and I highly recommend them to you. That's why they're here. That's why they're all here tonight. So check it all out, Sasquatch, and thank you very much. And if anybody out there is new, do check them out as well. And if you like the stream, because I love streaming, I'm kind of getting in the groove of doing streaming. hit that subscribe button, become a part of the LBB family, and enjoy the
DJ.
ride.
Just to say, see you later, DJ. He's out. He's looking
he's
forward
off.
to see everyone to the stream
See you
tomorrow.
later, DJ. Alrighty, I'm going to drop out. I'll see you tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Thank you, DJ. I'll be sending out the link to the stream tomorrow morning, my time. You'll probably be fast asleep or something like that when I send it out. Anyway, looking forward to seeing you, mate. It's going to be a good laugh. It will
All
be.
the best. Take care, Jim, mate. All the best. Hope all's well.
What else good? Jay Studio says LBB. He didn't have time to do some gaming with me earlier. That's because he was busy knolling. And that's what they call it. Like, I didn't even know it was even called something. I called it salting, but apparently.
Wait, what's it called? Sorry?
Knolling. KNOLLING.
That's a bit. Okay, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, check it out. Google it. Lego knolling. It is a thing, folks. I give you my word.
Interesting.
It is a thing.
Fair play. Fair play.
Rick Bunny TV says, see you, DJ. Roadrunner says, take care, DJ. Take care, my friend. He says, J Studios, I might be able to join the stream in a few weeks or so. Okay. J Studios, I want to see some of your streams. Show us some of your streams, my friend. I want to see what sort of streams you get up to.
He doesn't stream very often. He hasn't done one yet. I do want to get him on one of mine eventually.
Streams here.
Join one of Rick's. I want to see what he kind of gets up to. The woodshop teacher. He's another one. He's going to start streaming soon. How's that going, woodshop teacher? Have you done it yet? Ricksoft says, if you use iPhone or iPad, then iMovie is an okay app to use for beginners. If you use to edit, I use Power Director. It's quite easy to use. I'll tell you what, I used to use Power Director, but I never really used it. Personally, I use Filmora now. What do you use, Darren? Because you've been messing around with new apps.
I have been using. Hang on, so let me have a look. I've been switching between two editing studios. So I've been using DaVinci Resolve is one of them, and Lightworks Win for just trying to get used to it, because like Lightwin Win is Lightworks, should I say, is quite a lot more complicated, because it's, I suppose you might say, more professional, which does not suit my kind of style whatsoever. But they're the ones that kind of toing and from between. I'm kind of starting to get better with Lightworks now, because but my God, that is an expensive bit of software to buy. Let me tell you that. So
Lightworks is Adobe, isn't it?
I've got the Adobe stuff.
It's a sort of Adobe, apart from it's like certain things they've taken off and put back in. So oh my word, I've just been lobbed a bottle at. So it's pretty good, actually. It is pretty good. You can do quite a lot of different things. You can buy a hell of a lot for it. You can buy so much for it, and let me tell you,
packs?
Worse than expansion packs. It's pretty good, actually. But for a freebie to get started with, to get used to it, so anyone out there that's looking to kind of start with it, give it a go. But it is, once you hit it, it's like,
what's that called again? Sorry, just repeat the name.
Lightworks.
Lightworks. Thank you.
Yeah,
Lightworks is quite heavy. I use Filmora. I recommend that, guys. That is a
the one I use is quite good. I use VSDC. That's a really. Wait, it is a free editor, so you can pay for it, but the free version is literally the same as the paid version. It's really good.
I mean, just to say, DaVinci Resolve I have paid for, just to trying to get more of it. So as you probably might have seen, Greg, that like different animations that I've tried putting on there, and like the little arrows, it's just little things like that. I'm just kind of playing around with. So if you see like little weird things that come up with, it's just me just toying with it and just trying with. All right, 2 seconds. I'm just trying out different things, just seeing what I get used to, because obviously I'm not particularly smart when it comes to computers. So
I had the Adobe Premiere Pro, and I started to use that, and it was really difficult. I had no idea.
Okay, no worries. Let's take a look and see what Matt has been incredibly quiet. Matt, what are you up to?
I'm rebuilding the Yoda head, because I recorded it last week, but that actual part of it didn't work. And then also too, you may recall that I was struggling with a few pieces. Certainly when I got to the end of it, I noticed there was a slight little issue. So It's like, okay, let's take 2 on this.
Oh man,
Oh, oof.
unlucky man.
So,
But,
but it's good because at least, kind of this time when I've taken it apart, I've kind of laid it all out into different bowls and everything. So I've got most of the steps and everything figured out. So hopefully this time I'll get it right.
Woo.
Right. I'm actually going to sound very philosophical now because this is
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
right. So I just looked at my channel, right, and I've just looked, and someone's commented. It's gone straight into my spam folder. So I just had a little look on there. And I was watching Star Wars Theory as well this morning, and he put up on his channel like people being horrible about him on Twitter. And that really hurts me because judging by the sounds of him, he's had a similar kind of upbringing I had. You get bullied at school because you like a sci-fi show, and someone's just wrote on my thing. Clearly, this is a person who knows nothing about Star Wars or an A-wing, just going out hating against everything that he sees. I'm not a hater.
Come on, that's rubbish.
I'm not a hater.
Yes, Solo, you're Star Wars. You know so much about Star Wars, you're like an encyclopedia for Star Wars.
Yeah, and then at the end of it,
that's crazy.
I won't be subscribing to. I don't subscribe to haters. It's like, well, look at my channel. I'm not a hater.
You're saying the issues you have with it because there is issues with every single set. There's not many perfect Lego sets.
There's no such thing.
I just say what I see, and for crying out loud, I was I just thought, what is wrong with people? I just out to have a good laugh, and hopefully people can laugh.
I thought it was more. It wasn't deep and meaningful or anything. I thought the points you made were valid, and I thought, I thought it was a really good review. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was good fun. So,
I mean, if anything, he's a hater.
Yeah, he's just one of these trolls that's obviously gone on there just to start a bit of thing, but obviously it's gone straight into my spam folder, so no one's going to see it. So,
maybe you're going to get a troll like Brickhive.
Yeah, I've got a troll on my one, but I know exactly who it is anyway. So
you paid your good money for all a hobby that you've collected. I'm guessing now for several years. Ourselves and stuff. You have the right to say, I like this, but I don't like this. Therefore, I'd like to do this.
I mean, this is the thing. This is where I've started feeling really old. I was on Instagram on the Lego Live chat that they had yesterday, and I was on there speaking to one of the reviewer. Well, not speaking directly, but obviously chatting on the chat. Mm-hmm. And I said to him, "How long have you been doing? How long have you been doing this?" He said, 20 years. I was like, my God, I've been collecting Lego longer than you've been designing sets.
Oh,
and
wow.
That actually gave him a laugh. It was like, well, you've been doing it 20 years and I've been collecting for, over 30 years now. So it's like, yeah.
That's good. That is good.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm
year this year.
Yeah, you got catching up.
Yeah.
Right, Brixo. So before you go, do you want to show us exactly what you've built?
Yes, I will. It is this. Sorry about the light. It's orange. It's my lamp. Sorry, but I built most of it. I'm in the process of building this side at the moment.
Brixo, I'm utterly disappointed that you did not get that finished on the stream. That's disappointing,
Yeah, I even started. I had a head start. I was midway through bag 3, starting the stream. So,
is it quite easy to rebuild from no numbered bags, or is it quite a tricky process?
It's not really that bad once you get. Well, I haven't got many pieces left. If you think about it, it gets easier. So, yeah. When I did start, it was quite difficult to find the pieces. But yeah, you get there eventually.
Sweet.
I think it was good, mate. It's a cracking job. Having rebuilding it again, what is the one thing you really like about the set, and what is one thing that you really don't like about the set?
Most of it, I do like the way it's all quite tiled off, especially up this area. And even down here on the thick. The bit I definitely do not like is this gap here. It really annoys me. This gap.
The gap. I don't have
this gap here.
I don't have that gap.
Yeah,
no, I don't have that.
Oh, it might just be me. I might have built it wrong.
Yeah, I don't have that gap. I mean,
I'll have to.
Lucky man. You're doing so well.
Have a look, Greg.
Yeah, look. Yeah, take a look at that.
You don't? Okay, I've done that wrong. I'm a dum-dum.
Oh, Brixo, you're slipping.
Yeah.
I don't know. These speed builders, eh?
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Quarters.
At
I
least
don't
you
know.
know anyway, mate. You won't do it wrong. You'll be able to go back to it. I tell you what, Darren, do you remember those axle pins that just plopped out? And I was like,
Oh.
where did they go?
Yeah.
I was really lucky. I mean, this is one good thing about this build, folks. And it looks good, but if you kind of play around with it, it will fall apart quite easily. It's a rattler. It's a bit like a badly constructed. It's like a larder from the 1990s, isn't it? That's how I describe it. This is like a larder. It rattles. It was part and parcel of the section that fixes all this together. So, but even this side section here, which if I hold that up there, you'll kind of see that movement there, folks.
It does move quite a lot.
Yeah.
It's only connected by one ball joint.
It's one ball joint and a pin.
Oh yeah.
And a pin. And they are not fixtures that will hold it really tight. And it's weird. And the ball joints are very small ball joints. They could have used bigger ones. For example, they could have used ball joints from these. They could have used something from one of these.
That's a good point.
Full of ball joints they are.
It's a shame that they don't integrate them more because there are some really useful pieces in those sets that got overlooked.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the best bit of these are the helmets. That's the funniest thing. I genuinely thought all the best thing about these buildable figures. And I'd be interested in what you guys out there in the chat. What do you think of buildable figures? Was it a thing that you got into?
I think it's a shame they went so quick.
Yeah, the helmets. I always thought the helmets looked fantastic, and that's why all the ones I bought of these, right, were, how can I put it? They're kind of robotic looking. Do you know what I mean? Neck almost.
Yeah.
I don't probably bet, but because he wears a mask, I don't know. You just kind of
The mask one, the helmeted ones were definitely the best ones out.
Yeah.
The ones with faces. Bless Lego, they did try, but
I've got Django and Vader, I think, from the first wave. They were quite cool.
I think I've got rid of 80% of my ones now.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I think I've only. I think I'm keeping the Scout Trooper one, obviously, and Commander Cody. He might survive. He might survive.
Oh, Cody's good. Cody's a good one, man.
Grievous was gone. Grievous was one of the first ones to
go. Yeah, I've got Grievous. I've got about 10 buildable figures I need to build.
Oh, nice.
Do you like Grievous? I thought Grievous was cool.
Grievous was cool, but no,
he's UCS Grievous.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, UCS Grievous will be better. Yeah, okay. Obviously.
Yeah, I've got the UCS Grievous one, and I mean that is good. That is good. I mean, he can't move, but he is good. Yeah, he does. Yeah, it's a bit weird, but yeah, it is good. It looks a bit weird when you got next to a ship and he's almost standing over top of it, but yeah, it is pretty cool.
Oh, nothing wrong with that. Let's have a quick look at the chat. We've got loads of chat going on, folks, which is brilliant. Woodshop Teacher says, Sasquatch Bricks. I started my channel a year ago and had a steady influx of stock. Then copper hit, and I'm kind of stuck at approximately 170. Or hopefully, Woodshop Teacher, if you do some streaming, it will start growing a little bit, and you'll hit that brilliant milestone of 200. You're not far away there, my friend. Go for it. Quick Bunny to me says, the Woodshop Teacher sounds like me. Well, come on, guys. Come on, you can do it. Keep going for it. Maybe do some live streams or something. You know, I'm just doing a little bit more live streaming at the moment because everyone's in lockdown. But, you know, and I get to reach out. And guys, a little bit better. Brickstock said, I went on a subscribing binge and added about 20 channels.
Oh, nice.
I was one of them, Brickstock.
Yeah, don't forget about us.
Yeah.
Everyone in the panel as well, my friend. And
add another 10 quite easily.
Yeah. We can. We'll definitely be checking your channel out a little bit later, my friend.
So he's still a Sasquatch Bricks. He's got notification.
Still grabbing. Very cool. All right then, Brixo, are you?
Yes.
Your time has come.
It has.
It has indeed.
Execute, exit, Brixo.
Okay, so something we always do, folks, because as always, it's not about me. It's all about you guys out there in the chat, and it's about the people in the panel. This the important ones, as well as yourselves. Brixo, tell us what is coming up on Brixo Studios channels this coming week.
Well, since I've been hearing all you guys about your A-wing reviews, mine would be coming out tomorrow, but it might not be because I think I've missed a lot of things I should have put in, so I might refilm bits of it. Yeah, I know.
Unlucky. I'm sure it'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm going to send you a message later, Greg, listing all the problems with it so I can put them in, because I won't be able to remember them. So,
Me too. But I've got a list of ones that I've already done for the review. I've nearly finished the review, and well, anyway, I've spoken tonight about all the stuff. I mean, my review. Actually, my review is a mini review, so the review itself is only about 3 or 4 minutes long.
Mine's going to.
If you want to see,
to be honest with Brixo, just go with what you don't like, not what other people don't like. Just go with what you don't like. Just go with
most
that.
of the things that Greg, I mostly agree with Greg with everything he said. So I will go with a lot of things he's mentioned.
Well, in that case, then save yourself a load of time and just do a mini video and say, if you want to see what I think, go and see Greg's video.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Look, anyway, guys and girls, we'll all look forward to that. And
thank you.
We've lost Cafe Con again.
She's got to take a phone call.
Oh, okay, cool. I think she was connecting via that. Anyway, Cafe Con, when you're ready to jump in. Anyway, okay, Brixo, good to see you. I look forward to seeing the pictures of the finished A-wing on Instagram again, my friend.
Yes, yeah.
So please do check out his channel, everyone. He's a good kid.
Thank you.
Love him to bits. And take care.
Yeah, you too. Thanks for having me, everyone. See you, Matt. Rogue One, Solo.
Have a good one.
See ya.
That, everybody, was Brixo Studios. So,
A-wing rests in your hands. It's into his list.
So let's bring Cut the Craggle back in again, because he's still there. He might not be ready, but we'll get him in anyway. There he is. Are you there, Cut the Craggle?
Howdy.
Hey,
Howdy.
Or should I say, good evening?
He's a true person. Now, I've got to keep asking this because have you got there, Roadrunner?
Yes.
Have you got one of those?
A tin of anti-barnacle paint.
It was like a Grievous thing. You just turning it around like a
mouse. So this is the 2014 Grievous wheel bike, minus a little piece in the back. But hey ho.
Boo! Incomplete.
Boo!
Hey, it's a box of like 12 sets. All right, it's a set 11, so I'm nearly there. But no, it's a really cool set, and yeah, you can spin the wheel.
It's a really incomplete set.
It's very satisfying to do this. It's just spin that round and round, and you can move all the feet. So, of course, it's from the Battle of Utapau of Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. You can fold the feet like in the film. So, I get that done. You can
what's it called?
It's from the Battle of Utapau. It's the Grievous wheel bike.
2014. It's the one that he tries to escape from Kenobi on.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah. And Kenobi was on that lizard thing, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's a shame is the original copy of this set in 2005 had Kenobi's mount, but didn't come back in the new set, which is a shame. And that piece goes for quite a bit. But yeah, it's a really cool set. And at the time, the Grievous was exclusive to the set. He's come in set since, but you got a really cool Grievous, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and it was £20. So it was really good value. This one, really fun build, and yeah, doing this is just really fun. So I've assembled.
When you wrote about the buildable figures earlier, General Grievous is by far my favorite of the buildable figures. I thought he translated really well.
He is pretty cool.
We were just saying a minute ago that we kind of feel Solo came to the conclusion, and I completely agree with him, that the characters that walk kind of helmet work perfectly well. But yeah, I can imagine that because they're kind of made out of this sort of robotic looking structure, he would come across as being quite good, actually.
Him and actually K2 from Rogue One looks fantastic.
Yeah, K2 is pretty good.
Yeah, I really should just knock them all out and build the blooming thing. There was a sale on Forbidden Planet about a year ago, and they all went at 50% off, along with all the brickheads as well. and I bought them all, and I just haven't got around to building them yet. If I'm
The
honest.
I
only one
smell an
that
upcoming
was
live
like-
stream there.
Sorry.
I was saying I smell an upcoming live stream there on London Bridge Fix building all the beautiful figures.
Yeah.
I could build one every day.
The only
There you go.
the only buildable figure with a human like face exposed I thought was quite good was the Clone Wars Kenobi. Because
Agreed.
he was in like the full clone armor, like he was in the hand drawn Clone Wars one. The face wasn't fantastic, but just because it was like,
that one kind of really reminded me of like the original Clone Wars. You know, the original cartoon one.
I think
that
as well because it's
worked
based
well.
on an animated face. I think it translates better.
Yeah, exactly. That one is great. I've got an actual porcelain statue of Obi-Wan Kenobi in the art style like that.
What would have been cool as well was we got humanoid figures. Why not any alien figures? That would look quite cool. Some of the Star Wars aliens. They know quite well.
You know what's funny? They did both Django and Boba, and I honestly think Boba looks better, and not just like the colors, but like on Django, I think for some reason his hips look way too skinny.
At the time, the Django came out in 2015. Boba was either 20. I think it was 2017. I think it was a bit of a. I think the second wave, the builds were far better.
Yeah. They did the second Darth Vader, didn't they? I only got the first one. They did one where you could take his helmet off and have the head underneath. The head to me just looked daft.
Yeah, that was an absolute bloody rip-off, though, that one, where you could take the head off. That was an absolute rip. I mean, the thing is that they released it like a year before, and like, I'll tell you what, we'll charge them an extra 10 quid because you can remove his head.
What, 39.99, something like that?
It's something like that. I was like, you're having a laugh there, Lego. You really are.
He did look a lot more finished. The first one, there's some gaps. The second one, I do think they did clean up some stuff.
There's something really random about the Jyn Erso one, is that it actually says on there Sergeant Jyn Erso. So I went right, or if that was something that was in the original script or in development before they changed it and Lego have gone off that. But it's funny, it got all the way to the box art and it still had that on there.
Yeah, well, obviously that got changed quite a bit, Rogue One, though, didn't it? Unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, I would say because it was fantastic.
She probably was at one time, kind of made up in the army, and then.
Well, if you watch the first teaser, it's almost exclusively footage that they cut.
Yes.
Yep. Do you remember
that actual bit though? What she was wearing was actually in the actual film, but for like a minute.
The trailer. If you watch the trailer to Rogue One, every scene in that wasn't in the film.
Yeah. What I'm really sad about
you're gonna say night. You're gonna say night to everyone. There you go. Night. All right, it's bedtime number 2. Let's try that out.
Third time's the charm, probably.
Yeah, what about Rogue One thing? I wish we got the scene of the stormtroopers walking out in the water. That was a beautiful scene.
Well, there was
on all the promotional stuff, all the posters, everything.
Yeah, there was one with Krennic as well, with his cloak and going through the water, and there was like the dead bodies around him, and it was at sunset.
What I want to know is how much Darth Vader. See you left out. What I want to know is how much Darth Vader did they cut out of that original scene? How much was taken out? Because in the actual trailer, there was so much of him in there. I was like,
apparently, there was a lot more of him talking to Krennic. In fact, there was a whole different scene originally, and it was on a Star Destroyer rather than at his castle on Mustafar. And they redid that. But the actual bit with him, he's not on the Tantive 5, but on the corridor that leads to the airlock.
That was all last minute, wasn't it?
That was done quite later into production, and
3 months before the release.
Yeah,
it's crazy how troubled the production was on that, and yet how amazing the film has turned out compared to The Last Jedi, where they let Rian Johnson control everything without question, and it turned into a clusterclack.
And that's the problem, I think, because I think with Star Wars, because obviously with Star Wars, there's always been one overarching person that's always controlled 1 to 6. And then all of a sudden you've just kind of got, you got this person that's come in to be the president of Lucasfilm, but then, she clearly doesn't have a clue. And then, let the directors go do what they want. And obviously she's gone, I don't actually like that. Oh my God, no, we've got to change everything. And I think that's always been the problem. There's just never been a structure.
It's weird though, that they've had so many issues. Like they obviously they sacked the guys from the Lego Movie, on Solo. They, the guy is still credited as director on Rogue One, Gareth Edwards, I think it is. But it's all but been confirmed that the last act of the film was re-filmed and redirected by I forgot his name now, Tony something.
Yeah.
And obviously we don't. Josh Trank got sacked off the Boba Fett movie. So it's funny how that Lucasfilm seems to be quite ruthless in that regard. But then with Rian Johnson, no one sort of thought to stop and say, "Wait a sec, should we really be doing this? You know, should we be letting him?" I can only assume that he must be great in bed and please Kathleen Kennedy that way. You know?
Yeah,
it's interesting. I saw an article today, and it was talking about Christian Bale and Christopher Nolan, and obviously when they did the Batman films and things like that. And it was interesting, Christopher Nolan's take, and he's sort of like, we wouldn't have been able to do those films today because there would be so much interference from the studio. And it was just, and you just see more and more of that these days. Like I even caught something where Josh Whedon sort of like, when he did the original Avengers and things like that, it's like by the end of it, it wasn't a fun process because the studio were really starting to get into it. And
I think that really shows in Age of Ultron. That does. Really
I mean, in Age of Ultron, the one thing that apparently he fought for and kept was the Hulk and Natasha romance, which is terrible. So, it swings and roundabouts, but you can also tell how much of it is filmed by committee. And apparently, the same thing happened with Jon Favreau on Iron Man 2, and that's why he didn't come back for Iron Man 3. He left on fairly good terms. He didn't want to fall out with him. But he said he didn't want to go through the whole thing of directing again.
We got the Mandalorian out of it, though, so I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, but that's why the Mandalorian works so well, because it is a director that honors the past, has a new vision, but also, isn't sort of closing him off to basically to George Lucas. He has George Lucas on the set pretty much every day. He's friends with.
I think that's also added benefit. Obviously, you got Dave Filoni there, who's obviously arguably the apprentice of.
Yeah.
Lucas. He's never done any live action, so you kind of got those nice little duo, and also being told that you've got free reign, go do what you want to do. So you've got two very experienced directors, very passionate Star Wars directors, and really sat down and thought. I mean, have you seen the gallery yet behind the scenes of the Mandalorian?
No, I haven't watched that yet. I've follow them on Instagram, so
watch those. They are absolutely brilliant.
I just want to say it's that Favreau, Filoni, and Lucas they produce it. They produce it. It's the directors. Deborah Chow is, I think, produced arguably the best episodes of the show so far. Episode I think it's 7.
Yeah,
the ultimate one was a brilliant episode.
Filoni has directed the episodes of season 2 already. He's finished it. He directed it, so you got that to look forward to. But that's why I feel like that was what George Lucas agreed to when he sold Lucasfilm, is that he would be a creative consultant. And on the sequel trilogy, I think he was on set 2 days, and that was on Force Awakens and Rise of Skywalker. That was it. He wasn't even near The Last Jedi.
When he did that, though, they reserved the right not to use what he produced. So it was very much a creative consultant, but we're not tied to what you're doing. And they decided not to go with what
that was in regards to the scripts. They bought the scripts. They paid extra for those. They didn't have to. Or the treatments, rather. They weren't fully scripts. But they said, we reserve the right not to use these, but we will have you on as a creative consultant, but we don't have to have your say as the final say. But they didn't even have him on set. They didn't have him as a creative consultant. It wasn't the case that he was, he said his piece and he was ignored. He wasn't even given the platform to say his piece. I mean, the only other film I think he was on Solo, and he came on for one day, and he was the one that had the idea of Han, when he has the dress, he takes it off Kiora, he doesn't hang it back up, because in the original take, he carefully hung the dress back up. He was like, Han wouldn't do that. He just tossed it over his shoulder, But with The Mandalorian, it's Jon Favreau's choice to have George Lucas on set.
And I also think that's the difference between TV and film. Like the film, you spend 200 million, you've got one crack at it. Whereas, at least with a TV show, it's sort of like, well, one, there's not as huge high expectations. And then, okay, so you screw up the first episode. Well, you've still got some other episodes to, course correct, and, you got a bit more slack to play with.
No, I disagree. That's not how it works.
Well, what do you reckon, Craigle?
Well, I've worked in film and TV, and that's not my experience at all on there. With TV, it's actually more sort of pressurized, more high octane. You got to know over a lot quicker. There's more sort of flexibility with films. You have a bigger budget, you have a bit more leeway. With TV, it's very fast paced. You get things right first time almost. And also with The Mandalorian, the whole series was filmed and completed in post production before the first episode aired. So it's not a case of they put one episode out, seen how it did, and then did another episode. You know.
I will say,
but in terms of getting your story beat there, like with the film there, if you don't get it, you've got less editing room to actually be going through. Whereas within TV series, depending upon how you want to do flashbacks and jump around, you can recut the story much easier.
How do you think that means they couldn't have George Lucas on set, though? Or they couldn't have him consulting on the script being written?
Well, because they don't have to.
No, but you're saying that with film, they only get one chance, as if that was a reason why they couldn't have him on set. But surely having him there, if they listen to his opinion, whether they chose to go with that or not, it would be better to have his opinion than not have it.
Well, I don't know the dynamics around exactly why he was or wasn't there. Like, sometimes when he's got, depending upon filming commitments of what they're doing on set versus, where he's up to in his life.
I have 2 points. I want to say the first thing about the Lucas on the sequels is that I don't know how known it is, but there's the Lucasfilm Story Group, and I think because they made the story of 7, 8, and 9, they were the consultants for the thing. So I think
they didn't. They didn't because they actually said about how with Rise of Skywalker they weren't in all consulted. And J.J.
But 7 and 8, sorry, but 7 and 8, I think because they made
Ryan Johnson wrote that himself. The story group had nothing to do with the films. The story group only had stuff to do with all the merchandising. One of the guys who's on the story group has said the idea is pretty much dead, and he said the reason being is that we were trying to do ourselves and make sure everything's coherent and it all lines up. But then we weren't consulted on the films, and they didn't consult us, so it was kind of like pointless, really.
But then but I don't think you can compare Mandalorian to the films, because with the Mandalorian, I think because it's a new IP, I think they had more creative freedom with the fact that they didn't have to then tie in these stories. They had all new characters, all new planets and things, whereas the sequels, they have to create these stories but tie them back to Luke, Han, Leia, Tatooine, Death Star, not Tatooine, but those sort of things. I think that added more pressure, whereas on the show, it's okay, we have this guy called the Mandalorian, let's go with it, And I think that's also why Lucas worked on that and why he made, because he can give advice, but I think it's more Favreau and.
So what is the point then that you and Matt are making then? Is it that you agreed that George Lucas shouldn't have been involved in the sequel trilogy?
I don't agree with. I don't think that he shouldn't have been involved, but I think that Disney and Lucasfilm were just trying to make this trilogy, and I just don't. I think.
I have a question. Have any of you read Bob Iger's book or the bits about George Lucas there? It's very clear that even he is all but admitted that George Lucas was screwed over. That's basically
he was.
And also he said that George didn't appreciate the fact that they were trying to make a film in a short space of time. But he is then later on the book says we only put the restriction on ourselves to get that film out as quick as it was. And because of that, the whole trilogy suffered.
Yeah.
They had no sort of time restrictions on that film, bar the ones they set themselves. And with a company as big as Disney, they could afford to take their time a bit more.
But they wanted to start printing that money as fast as they possibly could.
As simple as it was, they wanted to start profiting off their purchase as soon as possible. And to do that, they had to get new films out so they can put new toys on shelves and get new bums on the seats, and that was it.
Well, I tell you what, Craggle, talking about getting new toys out, what do you think of the new haunted house from Lego? What's your thoughts on that, my friend? Because let's take a look at that, shall we?
We talked about that earlier.
No. We looked at the.
I think we mentioned it. We didn't look at it and go into detail.
Okay.
So pass over it.
Take a look, shall we?
I remember saying about the drop function only goes down; it doesn't go back up and down. And you said that's restricted on Lego, and I said they did on Lego Masters. Or did I imagine that conversation?
No, but we
Yeah,
had a very brief
Look at
conversation.
him.
Yeah,
There
it looks cool. Looks very cool.
Yeah,
I
so
like
you
most of
also
it.
talk about the Easter eggs in it as well.
Yeah.
So tell us about the Easter eggs then, folks.
Well, they're chocolatey and they generally come in many different flavors.
I bet they don't last long in your household.
I've actually still got one still next to my oven. Actually, believe it or not, I haven't had it. It's not actually mine; it's my daughter's. But yeah, I'm being good. So I can't go out and exercise at the moment, so I've got to behave myself. I've got to be a good boy.
Okay, so
Got to behave.
Craggle, is this going to sell well? We've got this new 18 plus artwork, which we got with the. This is the same stuff that it's based on, isn't it, Darren? For the A-wing.
It's similar kind of artwork, isn't it? Yeah, because it's an 18 plus set as well, isn't it? So I really like those, like the new artwork they do with that.
Yeah, they said that they've kind of got rid of the creator expert branding now, and they're giving like any set that they call 18 plus this similar sort of dark.
Have they got rid of the creative expert? What are they going to put underneath? Because obviously, they're just going to call it 18 plus sets now.
Yeah, basically. It's funny because they're doing this, which is kind of like what they had with the 4 plus sets, but they got rid of 4 plus and just put them in, or juniors, put them into into the themes that they belong to, and not have an overall juniors theme. And yet with this, they're doing the opposite, where they're doing like this 18 plus branding.
But I think
too, by doing it like this, you're not pigeonholing it into a category. And I think, if you've got this, you put it with the roller coaster and the carousel and things like that, all of a sudden you're building a theme park, and they don't have to retrospectively justify it. Like it's sort of so. And I think in the future, it then doesn't limit it. So
I personally think with a set like this, the 18 plus is going to harm it. Because people, of all ages get the creator experts. They have on there like 16 plus, and people look at that as kind of like a difficulty thing. But you put 18 plus on there, and even though they're saying that it's not a difficulty, it's kind of like their target is more for adults, and they want people to know that. Some like people or adults who are buying it for like the teenagers who are 13 or something like that, will look at that and go 18 plus, and is that 18 that number? I think with some parents will ring alarm bells. They associate it with kids.
I mean that aspect of change, like the actual age, the 18 plus. Yeah, I don't get that, but just in terms of you're not putting it under like a creative expert banner anymore.
I think it's more important to focus on the Fairground Collection icon. I think if they do that, say for the cars, like the garage collection, the car collection, the modular collection. I personally prefer that to the creator expert branding, because like Matt said, you can then have these select groups of things and themes instead of being under one banner. And I think the 18 plus as well, I don't know how that will, because it's on the A-wing, and the A-wing's done fine, and we had 16 plus before, but like we had 16 plus on modulars before and things like that, and you still had younger fans buying them. I don't know. I think it's only because this one includes the power functions. I think that's probably why. But I don't have as much. I think I have an issue, but I don't think it's a crucial issue for the set.
Well, there's 2 things there though, Rogue. One is that the A-wing had the Star Wars brand, and that took precedent over anything else on the box. Is Star Wars, is UCS, whereas then this one. They're sort of putting the branding more on the 18 plus, and also the number 18. I get you saying there was 16 plus. I said that as well, but 18, it rings more alarm bells. It sounds more adult. It sounds it's the age of drinking in the UK. It's
I do agree with that. I think it's more harmful.
Like that. If you were a parent and you were going to get your kid a set, and you saw the big blue box with a colourful roller coaster on, and it said creator expert, and it said 16 plus on there, and your kid's like 13 or 14, you go, oh well, he's quite good for his age to build this. Whereas you see that, and it's darker, there's less sort of colour on there, there's less pictures, and it says 18 plus, you would be less inclined to pick that up.
I've read a press release that's on BrickFan, for example, and Ninjago have come out and said this is made more for adults. They've deliberately put in references and build techniques and things for the adult market. So I think it's a 50-50 on that part.
But I mean, put your mind inside a head of a teenager, right? Especially a young teenager. You know, you see an 18 plus, you're like, it might have naughty stuff in there. Let's buy it. You know, so I think that could be little bit weird for Lego, to be honest.
Yeah, and how many young teenagers are actually going to be able to afford it themselves, though? If you're 13, so you're not going to be able to really afford that. You're going to ask your mum to get it, and then she's going to look at that and go, "Oh, it's 18 plus. You know, it's all dark box. You know, it's all in black. You know, do I really want to get that for my kid? Oh, look, this is much more colourful. You know, and it says creator expert. You know, that's good because you're quite a good builder. I feel like they're saying this for adults, and that's absolutely fine. But at the same time, their core market is always going to be children. You know, the Apple, they are starting to acknowledge now, is a massive market, but the majority of sets are always going to be bought for children. And with this, kind of alienating that side of it. And with a fairground ride, you don't really want a dark box either. It doesn't really fit the theme of it.
See, I think as well, I'm be curious to know if the modulars get the same treatment. I feel like this does give a chance for them to give different ages among the theme, rather than having this universal, okay, this creator expert 16 plus, you know. I feel like we are going to see a range. I think the modulars, I'd probably expect 14 or 16. The big ones like the fairground, maybe 18 because they are more technical. You know, I think in a year's time, it'll become more clear as to how they treat the change.
But then if you're going down that route, I mean, I don't know how many of you have built Technic sets. Like, I'm talking about the big ones. Are they now going to become 18 plus set?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because you see, if you're kind of aiming for that kind of way, you're saying, oh, these sets are a little bit more difficult because they're not, like, we're not aiming them at kids. Well, Technic sets have never been aimed at kids. I mean, you pick that thing up and you start driving the things around, bits are going to fall off them really easily. But so far they've never been pointed at towards, like, they're still 16 plus sets. So yeah,
I feel like the only ones in Technic I could see that happening to are the Premier, like Bugatti, Porsche. Most probably the Lamborghini they've teased. I think they might get that treatment, but again, they are made more. You know, they're not really made for kids. Those ones, so I don't think.
No, exactly. But then are they going to be put underneath that bracket? Then that's what I'm saying.
Lego Borg's made a good comment. She says, "Yeah, a dark house with a grave in the yard in a dark box which says 18 plants. For my kid, I'd say a huge no." So
yeah, it is odd. It is odd theming this one because the older haunted house was under the Monster Fighters branding. So I guess the people would have predicted this would have been like a hidden side set or something, you know. Which
I think there are elements of hidden side in this set, isn't there?
Yeah,
there's references to it.
There's a couple like figures and little bits and bobs that are hidden side, and you know. So
I mean, if you look at the set itself, I don't think there's anything in there that's not age appropriate that kids can enjoy. And you know, with Lego, there's there's a certain age group. I think once you get to like 13, 14. Really, you could do any Lego set as long as you follow the instructions. But with this, the box, I think, deliberately puts people off. And I get that's cool, because we've always said they need to acknowledge their adult fans, but you don't need to alienate your core audience in doing so. And to start that off with a set like this is a bit weird.
I think also too, like take your point in terms of the 18 plus, just because it says 18 plus in terms of, the connotations around other things, there's been an issue. But then you just go back, like, in terms of across the board, their whole age ranges across a lot of the products beyond the difference between Duplo and, 4 plus, 4 juniors and things like that. Like, what is that scale that they've created there anyhow? It just seems really arbitrary, and like to some degree getting hung up on that is a little bit, I don't know. It just, because it seems like as they move along, they keep on slightly changing their story about what ages mean. And
no, I appreciate that. Yeah. So, I think it's just the fact that it has the number 18, particularly in the UK, with what we have, the legal age for so much stuff. Yeah. I think that is going to, harm it more than anything else. If it had 16 plus, I don't think it would be as off-putting. It's still, at a glance, I think the dark box does not really go well for a set like this.
I mean, I've got the press release, which I can read if you guys want. I've got the actual press release from Lego. They say,
what makes me laugh is, sorry,
that's all right.
But if you take it down that literal road, so say if you move yourself over to the States, that means because what is it in the United States, you can't drink until 21, am I right, or something like that?
Yeah.
So that means if you take it like, right, okay, so you got to be 18 now to buy a Lego set. So you're only going to be like 2 years younger or 3 years younger before you know, wow, I finally got my first Lego set, so now I'm 18. I'm nearly there. I can now have a pint.
I mean, yeah, it says the new Lego Haunted House, designed for those aged 18 plus, will be the first set from Lego Fairground Collection, which is cool because it says Fairground Collection, not Creator and all that stuff, to feature the new stylish packaging designed to reflect the sophisticated nature of the creative process. They are saying that it is made to be sophisticated, adult-like. They say all new products in the Lego Group's ranges that appeal to adults will now feature the sleek, minimalistic new design across related packaging, building instructions, exclusive content, and in-store and online store design. So that's what they say about it being 18 plus. They're trying to get across the fact it's sophisticated, it's made to be technical, things like that.
Yeah, reading between the lines, I mean, there seems to be a lot of marketing speak there. They're sort of going, okay, look, our sales are taking a bit of a dip. Oh, it must be the box. Let's change the box. And, you know, you could quite conceivably see it's kind of designed by committee, something like that. Oh, let's change the box. Oh, you know, we've got this AFOL market here. Oh, haunted house. Da, 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 da. And the other thing, too, it might be the sort of thing where in Denmark, they're not as sensitive to that 18 plus category or something like that. So maybe there's just something being lost in translation as well.
Yeah, no, I agree, definitely. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see if the Creator Expert is ditched as a whole, or if they do keep the branding for some of their sets, and this is just like a one-off.
Because to me, I think the Creator Expert has come out with some great sets recently.
Definitely.
To be honest, I think they have to kind of keep the Creator Expert name. I think because I don't think you could actually call like the theme of a set 18 plus. It's
I think they're going for like Fairground Collection. I think that's
yeah, but where their cars going to go?
Plus, could be on other stuff than just fairground rides.
Okay, Lego.
I feel like it will stick around, but I feel like modulars and the cars are, I think, more likely to stay in that branding. But things like the fairground stuff, I can see why they'd maybe trying to, this is something separate to this, trying to separate a little bit. And
maybe by doing it under different banners, they can start pumping out more sets within that. Like, we kind of got, over the last little bit, you get a modular or a year. Whereas if you, all of a sudden splinter different names or, remove it or something like that, then all of a sudden it's, you might have 2 or 3 sets, which they're not completely under like that modular banner, but they're still there to be able to put out. Because I mean, it's not a how much is that one going to be? It's like 250 or something.
It is. I've got the pricing here.
$209.99 UK.
Yeah, $209.99 UK. 249.99 US are the two.
So it is hitting the upper range there. I mean,
yeah, definitely. And I do agree on the fact that it will make releases a bit more like a flash in terms of the modular collection will come out with X amount of sets this year. The fairground collection will have X amount of sets. I do like then the fact that then we know that we're going to get a module rather than just they're saying there's going to be let's say 8, for example, 8 Creator Expert sets. It gives a bit more light on we're going to get X amount of modulars, X amount of cars. It gives it a bit more of its own bubble. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, I think in a year's time, I think it'll be a bit more clear as to how they're treating the change.
Yeah. Because Darren, Craggle, you'll probably know this. Actually, Rogue Runner, you'll know this. What actually happened to that series that came out? It was the what was it called? It was the Cloud Betrayal of Cloud City.
The Master Builder sets. Master Build.
That was a disaster.
They had Cloud City, and then they went, never mind. The Tantive Fort is essentially in that bracket between that and UCS, but they give it to one set and just stopped. It was really weird.
Well, no, they had it on the 2 sets. So the first one to release underneath that bracket was the biggest mistake Lego has ever done, I think, in regards to the Star Wars property, which was calling it a battle on Hoth or the assault on Hoth. Because that was supposed to be like what was supposed to launch that entire thing, but they put a UCS set on it, and it clearly was never intended to be a UCS set. I mean, the whole set was an absolute disaster from left to right. I mean, it only stayed on the shelves a year. They pulled the set quite quickly. And then the Betrayal on Cloud City came underneath the Master Builder kind of which I think will actually stick around. I reckon, the Betrayal on Cloud City was a really nice set, but the problems with doing it with Star Wars, I think. Sorry,
was it officially called Master Builder, or was that
No.
Yeah,
on it?
it's on. It was on the Lego website description that it is. It's officially known as the Master Build. The Hoth one is, however, under the UCS branding, which is why they made this new thing because of the backlash.
I mean, because I knew this from the beginning. Like when I had the 8080, which is now over there, you could very clearly see that set was very much designed to go with that set because it came with more stormtroopers than Lego has ever given you in a Lego set. I mean, it came with 4 snowtroopers, which is my God, that's incredible, and a General Veer. So it's very much designed to go with that set. But the problem is they messed up that set so badly that no one was really interested in, like, well, it's got 3 generators. The Wampa can't even fit through the door.
Yeah, that was funny.
So I think probably the best part out of that entire set was the battle line out front of it. That was really good. It's just a shame about the rest of it behind it was just such a letdown.
Aaron, do you remember how you felt about it when it first came out?
Yeah, I felt sick to my stomach, to be honest. Yeah, because
I remember there was a sort of video they released before it, like a Hoth animated video, and people thought, oh, that must mean UCS Hoth May 4th. Great. There was loads of hype. The day the thing got revealed, I remember just seeing the videos of like.
I mean, I remember sitting there. I think it was 6 months. No, it was even longer than that, wasn't it? They released this little animation. Of it,
and you saw the Echo base portion.
And then you're like,
seen the new video I've been asking about why it's so bad.
Yeah, I did see that, and to be honest, I mean, I already knew quite a lot of that before it came out because, like I said, I know someone who works in the Lego group, so it's like, well, it was kind of like put 2 and 2 together.
I think it's a good move though, because what it does, I think, is that it shows that this is a high price set, but it's still a place at our heart, whereas the UCS tend to be high price display piece. I've got Ewok Village behind me. It's debate over its UCS. I see it as a master build piece. It's high price, high detail.
I reckon if they started it off, if they turned around and said, right, this is gonna be our new line, it's gonna be stamped with master builder, it would have been, I reckon the backlash wouldn't be quite so bad as what it was. I reckon it still would have been a backlash because the set was still bad. There's no getting away from it. It was still bad. But I mean, it's bad, really bad. But I think it's also getting around to the point of like Lego. You got to put yourself in like a child's position, or even ourselves. You're sitting there. You've now got this virtually £300 set or £250 Lego set or play set, shall we say? Yeah. And then like Lego's now telling you, well, to kind of go with it, you need to buy the 8080s, which was £120. You're going to want to buy 2 of them. Next thing you know, you've now got yourself coming on to now over £400 Lego sets, which you can't even display anyway. You need a table that has to permanently stay on to really kind of make sense of what it is. And not only that, you have to customize it yourself to kind of, the whole thing was just wrong. If they designed it like the Betrayal on Cloud City, that would have been great, really good. But micro it down, do like micro scale versions of it. That would have been really good. But there you go. Yeah, I was really disappointed when I saw that set come out. Really disappointed. And then when I heard one of my friends bought it, I thought, well, the proof is in the pudding. Let's go over and have a little look at it. And went over there. We sat down. We built it. We got up, looked at it, and we're like, Christ. he looked at his bank account. It's like, I just spent £250 on this. It's just and there's nothing you could really say that was anything collectible about it because there was no exclusive minifigures in it. You got plenty.
None of them were exclusive.
None of them were exclusive.
No,
it was just a load of figures that you already had and and then like a year later they released a Tantive 4. Oh, you've got one of the half collectible figures because you've got the Leia with the gown on her now for the first time ever, which I don't think they've done it since. And you got Bail Organa for 3/4 of the price. It was
Wasn't it Captain Antilles as well?
Yes, he did.
Antilles, yeah, but he wasn't exclusive though.
Was he not?
And
I thought he
nah,
was.
Antilles has come in other sets as well. He came in the last Tantive 4.
Not-
Granted, a
not
bit more
like
upgraded. A bit more upgraded.
There we
Right.
go. So,
Hey. Yeah.
and
Yeah. And I think that showed for Lego because obviously that stayed on the shelf for quite a few years. Yeah, there you go.
it's a brilliant set. I love it. It's one of my
Really
favorite
good set. Yeah. I'm currently making a stand for my one as well because that really needed a stand.
Well, that's what I'm making. Look, there we go.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm actually to put the Tantive 4 on.
Oh, are you? I
Yeah.
just get loads of white Lego and.
Oh, no, so we got to pronounce it as George Lucas say, Tantivi.
Hey, we've got Marfan 20 in the chat, everybody, and Imperial Brick Trooper.
Welcome.
Oh, yeah,
to
the whole Lucasfilm saying it's pronounced Tantive. Yeah, okay, whatever.
Tantive, yes, yeah, no, it's Tantive.
Whatever.
Yeah, we are the nerds. We know better. Go away.
But I also think with the
Yep. Hello.
Hey, Matt.
I just think also too when you have a look at the 1989 Batmobile, getting back to the box art in terms of that pretty much come out with the minimalist black sort of thing, and even at the time you're sort of like, well, to some degree it was a matter of, well, why didn't it have like the creator expert or something branding on it? But people didn't really worry about it too much because they're like, well, Batman black, the box art works and things like that. So maybe it's the sort of thing where there is this general sort of move away from some of the other boxes. And
I think the big difference there is, one, both that and Star Wars are licensed, so you see the brand first. They have a brand separate from just Lego, and the other one is both those brands are associated with black. Like the UCS one, black, almost like black for the blackness of space, and then black is Blackman. Whereas you have something which is a fairground ride, which would normally be in a colourful backdrop like the roller coaster and the carousel, and you put that on a plain black background, and it just doesn't fit, in my opinion.
Yeah, but I mean, it can also be too, people within marketing go, oh, look, this was on a black box. That's on a black box. It must be the black box which is doing it.
Yeah. I guess we'll...
Did the Batmobile just come out of nowhere, though? That was just like suddenly, boom, it's there.
That was
that was rumored for ages. There were leaks about it on Instagram with the promo as well. The promo got leaked like about 6-7 months ago.
Yeah, no, I remember hearing all about the promo, but not that.
Yeah, I think the set itself and design and look, I think that was a bit not as known, but we knew we were getting a big Batman set, and then that promo was.
We knew it was a Batmobile. We just didn't know what it looked like until I think about a week before.
Yeah.
Because it was definitely there was stuff on Eurobricks that we were talking about it on there as well on the forum, and it was on
Batshop, the small Batmobile promo that came with the Batmobile on Black Friday.
Hey, Batshop, are you at work or are you at home, my friend?
Also, Greg, what are you building? Sorry, I was away at that point.
Oh, I'm just building stands.
Oh, sweet. I need to think of a. Yeah, I might have to do something similar for my clones. And...
Someone's got a build around here. Cafe Con was doing all the building earlier on.
Yeah.
Look what I built.
Going around throwing your stuff on the floor and then rebuilding it doesn't count, Darren.
No, look what I built. That's what I built.
He did it all by himself.
We've got to go easy on Greg. We normally give him so much slack for not actually doing anything. So I'm sure he's enjoying this one little moment. Let him have it.
If you had a keen eye, though, you know.
I gotta say, though, I watch Darren sometimes when he's building, and he does genuinely look very happy. It's one thing, he always smiles on my stream.
Yeah, I'm sharing the Star Wars content with the Droid collection. We're all dabbling in some building and fixing up and things.
Yeah. I mean that one there, that was done over near enough. Wow, over 2 hours ago.
Show us that one that you did 2 hours ago, because I think that's one that I haven't got.
Here's one I made earlier.
Yeah,
it's got to be legs. Oh, this is the one. See, Doc Samson had this the other day. He's built it because I really like the figures on this one. It's the Kashyyyk AT thingy, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the ATPT.
Well, what does the PT stand for, chaps?
Yeah, PT,
Pod.
Yeah. Pod transport, yeah.
Rise of the Brick, thanks for coming in, mate. Been really good to see you. And thanks for all your support on Instagram as well, mate. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, and the gigantic railgun that sits on top of it.
I mean, the one thing I will say about
Oh, sorry.
the haunted house one is
Oh my god, did you not know that?
What's that, Craggle?
Did you not let go of that yet?
What's that?
Come on, Matt. Tell me what you think about it.
The haunted house Matt just keeps coming back to.
It's all right. Go ahead, Matt. Sorry, what were you going to say?
just with the haunted house, I find it a bit interesting that as a fairground sort of thing, they don't actually have like the sort of classic, or not classic, but the ghost type figure. They've kind of made it up as
I noticed that.
Oh, have you heard about that? Actually, you raised a good point with that. Apparently, someone tweeted, I think one of the designers about that, and they said, "Is it just because it's meant to be like people in costume, like fairground staff?" And they said the reason they didn't use the classic ghost shroud is because that mold has now been retired.
Really?
And the last one it was used, I think, was 2015, 2016. Apparently,
Right.
it was in the Scooby-Doo Haunted Mansion.
Yep.
And there was a version of it that had like a crown that was in one of the Lego movie sets for Ghost Vitruvius.
Mm-hmm.
And it hasn't been used since, but they said it's retired. I mean, I can't see it never coming back. It's such a classic, iconic, piece. I reckon it will, come back in the future. But apparently that's why they weren't able to use it for this.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean that's I get it in terms of Lego got these weird constraints on them, but it's like what you've got a mold and you just don't want to use it on a set like that. It's just like, okay.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, it's surprising.
I think
But I
they
guess
probably
they do always say,
the
like-
reason they didn't use this because they're not real ghosts, because they're people in costume. Because it feels weird to say that such an iconic piece is retired without there being a new substitute.
They do always say in like design interviews with other channels, they do say that they have got like they're allowed X amount of new pieces, mold. I guess maybe that factored in, like maybe there are some new pieces in there that they chose over that mold because and I guess also like the ghosts can be seen as people in costume. I think if you look at the old Haunted Mansion from Monster Fighters, that had the old ghost, but again that was like an in-universe haunted house, whereas this is the fairground one. So I can give them a bit of a pass on that one.
Yeah, I mean there was. I mean, do you know the Flintstones Lego ideas set? Like he did a fantastic build for the tree that comes out the side, and he used the tail, I think, from one of the dragons of the old Harry Potter sets. Not the since come back, but when they were originally come out to coincide with each film, and they didn't use that in the official set because that part had been retired. And now what's really frustrating is that they brought out a replacement, but for that period, in between when it was last used and when they've brought it back, it wasn't in production, so they couldn't use that part.
Yeah, I guess I take your point on that. I guess for this one, it's sort of like the ghosts in a ghost house or haunted house are not a throwaway piece of tree. Like it's kind of, can you have a haunted house without a ghost? Like,
yeah, I agree. Yeah, it does seem daft, but
it just seems like when you get, I appreciate it's coming. You got to, look at your cost base and everything like that. But it does feel like sometimes they just cut their nose to spite their face on these things.
Oh, definitely. And you've got to think as well. I mean, one thing going back to this set, if the designer video, they talk about how much effort they put into the Easter eggs, how many references there are to classic themes, predominantly Lego Adventurers and Orient Expedition, but also Alpha Team and Fright Nights and obviously Hidden Side as well, but lots of old classic themes. And you think with Castle, that was the first appearance of the Lego Ghost. Was it the King something? Oh, King Barons?
Oh yeah, was it? Because he's a ghost, isn't he? In this,
it was the first one. You opened it up and it had the glow-in-the-dark ghost, and you think that's such a wasted opportunity to have that, and say that it's a reference to the original ghost from the original Castle set. If you're going to throw all these Easter eggs in there to sets gone by, why would you have a haunted house that doesn't reference the original ghosts? It just makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
Well, who here on the panel then is thinking of buying that set? Because I won't, because it's quite expensive.
And we've all put you off it.
I mean, at the moment, I'm focusing on Star Wars. I probably won't, but it would be one I'd like to have in the future. It does look very cool. And I'm a big fan. I used to be a big fan as a kid and growing up off the.
I'll probably get a lot of. Oh, here we go.
Here he is. He didn't want an intro. It's the first person I've never done an intro for. Actually, technically, was that an intro?
I bet Butt Chop, that's an intro on its own there.
Yeah. I always get weirded out when you're like, the fabulous, the great, the wonderful. And I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah.
I can't live up to your introduction.
Oh, you can.
I think that was a live. I think that lived up to it.
I think that was. See, no introduction is technically an introduction of sorts.
Right. The man who needs no introduction.
This is it. You see?
I picked this up today.
That's what you got. We love seeing what you bought, mate.
Oh, sweet. That's a classic.
1999.
I want to say 99. Yeah, Ninja. Yeah. I was looking at those.
3053.
Nice.
The Ninjago set tomorrow.
Well, I'm taking it apart and watching. It's been built on a toy shelf for years, so it's pretty dusty, but it's complete.
Oh man!
All the figs and the banners, still got the banners intact.
Yeah, it's nice to see you tomorrow as well, mate. That's good.
Yeah, because I turned in all that bulk I was sorting. I turned it all in.
Yeah.
And I was chatting with the shop owner, and all the bulk that I pulled for myself, he just gave to me. I didn't have to pay for any of it. It was like 3 gallons I took of bulk. So I was like, oh, I need a set for tomorrow morning. So I'll take this Ninja set. It's actually technically Castle, isn't it?
Oh, Butt Chop, I wish I knew you had Ninjago, because tomorrow we're doing a Ninjago stream as well.
Oh, and yeah, this is the precursor to Ninjago. This is
just before I am, which is nice.
Illegitimate parent to Ninjago right here.
It's cool. Well, tomorrow, Darren, aka Big Builder, he's going to be building his first Ninjago set.
He looks so excited.
He does, doesn't he?
Pop his Ninjago cherry.
Solo brick builder or who?
Yes, solo brick builder. Darren. Show Butt Chop building.
Come to the light. Come to the light.
So there you go, Butt Chop. I'm building this.
Oh, you'll like that.
Yeah.
You'll like if you like building spaceships, and I know you do.
Spaceship.
That's gonna be a fun build for you because it's a lot like building a spacecraft.
And so, Solo Brick Builder sold all his Star Wars collection and just bought Ninjago.
I've got a funny feeling that probably won't happen, but yeah.
Once he's opened that box, who knows what's going to happen, folks?
It's on the gunship.
Yeah. No, that's definitely going to happen.
Where has Ninjago been all my life?
Bro, only wants that to happen so we can buy his Star Wars collection off him dirt cheap, like the
No. Of course
he's not going to know what to do because there's colors in that set.
Yeah, that's true.
Where's all the gray brick? Where's the gray bricks? I don't know.
Exactly.
Bricks.
Yeah, no. Star Wars does have
I only
a
ever
bit...
work in grey. And sometimes light grey.
I only build in light and dark gray.
I've got red. I've got a bit of blue. What more do you want? Yeah,
Imperial blue, Imperial red.
Yeah, exactly. It's got red. It's just ridiculous.
You know what I mean. Yeah, there's color, but you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
90% of the set's gray. So
my slave one's blue, red, and grey.
Okay.
I
Green.
mean, to be honest, I look at my
Yellow
and the sand speeder's brown. I get it. Okay, the sand speeder's brown. I get it. The Jawa crawler's brown. I get it.
That's why you like the slave one so much. It's actually got some color in it. You just
I can use my eyes.
Green and red color. If you do an Ninjago set, that you suddenly realise that you're colourblind as well.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how Legomaniac felt when he was building that Star Destroyer?
Oh gosh.
I don't. That was horrific for him. That was.
He's lucky he didn't go blind from the gray.
How do we know he hasn't? I haven't heard from him for a while.
Oh, he's disappeared, hasn't he?
I just got bunch of numbers and random letters on there. You probably can't see the keypad.
Hey, Woodshop Teacher, take care, mate. Great to see you.
I gotta
my friend.
As well.
I gotta say hi to Cy O'Connor. Love your stuff, man. Cy's awesome. Glad that I found him through this channel.
Oh, I love Cy.
So
he's a cool guy.
Yep.
Cy, I was watching one of your videos earlier on because I had a mate of mine at work, and I said, "Oh yeah, check this guy out. He's really cool." Anyway, it was you, Cy.
Don't
And,
believe
you start it up, and then you say, "Actually, there's a bit of a mistake in this one." The presenter said it was Sega, when in fact it's Nintendo. And then you sort of pretending he wasn't there, and then you came back to it. I thought that was a good way of styling it out, my friend. I thought that was very good.
Sounds good.
I don't believe you, Greg. I don't think you watch anyone's videos but your own.
I do. I know. I relentlessly watch your ones.
You don't know what videos I put out.
In fact, I just had an idea. Actually, maybe that I could start putting in some slide comments in there about the Clone Wars.
Oh,
Brick Sloth. Here you go, Brick Sloth.
Someone watches my videos. I know because he actually puts informed comments on them.
This is totally worth the money, Brick Sloth. If you don't have it, I didn't know what to expect. I built it and I fell in love with it. I'm like, well, if I don't like it, I can use all these parts for lava.
Yeah, I love the tail is free moving. That's a really
You know what
nice
that reminds me of? Jafar in Aladdin.
Yeah.
Snake like am I? Let's see how snake I can be.
Loose brick in here.
I'm going to say something, Sloth, right? You are nothing in the Lego community unless you have.
Oh man!
Is what I made.
Saw my cobra and raised me one cobra. That's two cobras, people. You just got a double cobra stream.
Well, I mean, I have Jafar, so he must count for something. He's holding a cobra.
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna. He's just got a little snack, shall we say?
You know? Oh my god.
There you go.
Yeah, I have something. You know.
He's got a beautiful rogue, and you
got
know
a snake staff. Snake staff.
Yeah. You want to? Is that a snake staff, or you just happen to see me?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Come on now, you're on solo. Show us your snake. I mean,
There
it is. There it is.
You've got Pythor, which is actually for Ninjago figs. That Pythor is highly sought after by the Ninjago kids. They go crazy for that Pythor, Darren.
He used to go for quite a lot because he was only in one set.
The original one, man.
Yeah.
The figure.
Show us his Python.
And like the mouth is different, I think, on the original one as well. Like an open mouth.
I gotta say hey to Bama Bricks and Bama Bricks. I just got back from the post office. I mailed out your parts. Bama Bricks is working on a 7-foot. What's the dimensions on that? His roller coaster is 7 feet long. What? Wait,
wow.
Bama Bricks, man, you gotta. Bama, tell us a little bit about what you're working on at the moment, mate, because I want to know a bit about that.
Or was it 7 feet high? Bama Bricks, give me the right dimensions before I make you look like you're building some monstrosity. It's huge. It's the biggest roller coaster I've ever heard of.
They come back now and say it's 7 centimeters.
It's actually it's a Micropolis roller coaster. It's a Micropolis roller coaster. Well, I just
7 feet long, 2 feet tall.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like a person.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
That's Darren lying down, isn't it?
That is.
That makes no sense.
Yeah, he's looking for. I go, how many of this part? He goes, do you have any of this part? And I'm like, how many do you need? He goes, 200. I go, well, I don't know that I have that many, but I'll send you what I got, man. He's like, you got to remember, it's 7 feet long, 2 feet tall. I'm like, and I forgot the dimensions. That's why luckily he was.
You said you got to remember, and you didn't remember.
Well, I didn't remember until he wrote it in the chat. I knew the number 7 was in there.
See, again, Darren. Oh, he's gone.
No, I'm sorry.
You know what? This is definitely a thing, right? This going on. I don't know what YouTube's up to, right? But I've just gone over to Bama Bricks to take a look at his roller coaster, of which it's really Bama. It's great to see that you've posted some content on your channel, right? And I am definitely 100% normally subscribed to Bama Bricks, and I'm being shown up as not being subscribed to him. So there's definitely
Yeah, we said it before. I found loads of channels that I'm no longer subscribed to, and I don't know why.
yeah.
Oh yeah. YouTube will take you off of it. See, they don't really want us interacting. They don't want us creating a community. They don't want us to have, they want it to be like a television show. So we make the content, people view it, and there's a huge disconnect. They don't want us to like be friends, be mates. They don't want us hanging out. They want it to be completely sterile and completely unpersonal. And so they do everything. Since I've been on YouTube, I've been on here since 2008 with having a channel, using it since 2004 probably. And this channel I've had since 2008, and they constantly take away any little thing that lets you connect on a personal level with other creators and your fan base, and it's not gotten better. I mean, I can't even go directly to Cy O'Connor's channel from the chat.
Oh, that's
ridiculous. There's no reason to take that away. There is no reason.
So many problems as well because you can't verify fake accounts from real accounts now. You can't.
They're enabling trolls. They're literally enabling people to come and troll us. They're basically saying, hey, if we can't get Greg to stop streaming, let's make it so the trolls get him to stop streaming because he won't know. They can fly in and do whatever, and Greg won't know what's going on because he can't even verify these people. It's ridiculous.
I honestly don't know how true this is because someone told me, and I can't even remember who it was, but that they said that basically YouTube are almost trying to dissuade people from streaming now. They're trying to wind it down because they don't make any money really off stream because you might get an advert when you first go onto the live stream, but you don't get anything again through that, so it's great.
Well, you've got to remember, Google owns YouTube, who also run Mixer.
Google is Mixer. Ever since Google has bought YouTube has gone down. It's a floater. It's been slowly circling the bowl for years now. It's just you can't get it. They don't want it. Like they don't want what we're doing. Doesn't help them financially. So. That I
think in terms of helping you make content, it's got better, but in terms of helping you interact with your audience, it's
you're saying that making content better. I mean, I used to know, like when I first started up, I started getting really pally with quite a few YouTubers, and then in the last couple of years, obviously I had all this copper rubbish that all started up, and obviously people were taking whatever way you want to take that, but obviously a lot of them have just gone, I'm not doing it, I've quit, I'm out, I'm done.
Right.
Oh, so I meant like just the production sort of things in terms of like analytical stuff.
And that's the thing. YouTube kind of posted it out there saying, well, if you're not going to make your content for kids, you're going to get this like stupid fine that it's like, well, that wasn't clearly made for that, so it's $75,000, that's dollars, and it's just lack of information that they gave people. I mean, Lego is made for kids, but adults buy it. So it's like, where's the grey line there?
That's the good thing, I think. That's the only one of the silver linings of coming out of an 18+ range.
Right.
Well, that's only recent days, though.
Lego is selling sets geared towards AFOS. So take that, put that in your little Lego pipe.
But this thing, I don't think this is a YouTube thing. This is more.
When they bought Britlink, that it was because they wanted to acknowledge and engage with the A4 community and stuff.
Oh no, don't give me that. They just saw a massive money pot there. They saw a money pot there.
They did see that, but the thing is, YouTube doesn't care about content made for other adults. They make money on Lego content aimed at 5-year-olds. Because 5-year-olds click that video, they watch it again, and add. That's what YouTube wants.
You got to remember as well that there was a thing back, I think 2013. It's not YouTube clamping down; it's the advertisers threatening to leave YouTube if things aren't made cleaner because there's been controversies. So I think it's something that they've regrettably had to do it because otherwise they'd lose out on, like you said, money. But I think it's more the advertisers clamping down on YouTube that's forced their hand.
Yeah, well, and you're right, and it has a lot to do, like that whole COPA thing. They're punishing content creators for something that that YouTube and Google were doing without any content creators' knowledge. They're selling ads. They knew what they were doing. They're selling ads. They're doing something illegal, right? And they're like, they passed the buck. They said, okay, if you don't punish us, we'll make sure that our content creators are following your rules. Since we didn't, we'll pass the buck on to them. And
they just shifted responsibility from themselves, who knew they were doing wrong, to the creators, and then said, "Oh, by the way, this is your responsibility. You've got to do this correctly.
Right?
You what you got to do correctly. We're not going to say in any sort of tangible terms what it is. It's going to be as vague as possible. And have anyone go to a panic." And then there's a lot of people saying, conspiracy theory, tinfoil hat moments. That part of the reason they did that is they wanted to get rid of that weren't making them any money. That were actually cost them money to have on their bandwidth, if you will, whatever. And really, the only ones that will remain are the big, massive YouTubers that are guaranteed to give them revenue.
Right, and that's who they want on here. They want the million sub channels. That's who they want. They don't want the little fish swimming around, dirtying up their precious into their pool of monetary, indulgence. And that's the thing. And they did that with the COPA thing, and it doesn't work this way. You don't. Hey, we broke the law, so you guys got to make sure you clean up your act. It doesn't work that way. That's like if I went to court and I'm like, hey, I killed the guy, but what you need to punish is the people that didn't stop me from killing him. Those are the real criminals. It doesn't work that way. That's not how justice works. You don't get to be like, hey, there was 10 people who could have stopped me, and they didn't. Those people don't go to jail.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing as well is, in the sort of I can't remember, not press release, but in the statement that they had with Copper from YouTube's own one, not from the FDA or whatever it was, it said in there, we reserve the right to delete your videos and channel if it's not making money. And that kind of got swept under the rug. Not a lot of people sort of picked up on that because they were panicking about the whole Made for Kids. But I thought that was quite important, really, that now they were saying that if they're not making money off your channel, they do have the right to just delete it.
Right.
Well, they're wrong, but just because it's not profitable to them, they can remove it. I haven't heard of any instances where that's happened yet, but they obviously put that in there for a reason.
Right. That's what a lot of people don't understand is that when they updated the user terms of service and agreement, they put in a whole bunch of stipulations. They snuck them in there, and it's a big document to read through. But there are uploads of people skimming over to just show the updates that happened with the whole COPA thing, because there was a whole bunch of stuff added, and changed and reworded and added with that. And you're right, Cut the Cradle. It was basically, it gave YouTube absolute power. Like, they already had power over your content that you make. When you make it and you upload it, you are giving, like, you are saying to YouTube, this is, my content is, you can do what you want, technically. But now it's like you said, if they want to just say, hey, you're done, they can make you disappear, and it's like, wow, that's like Third Reich type stuff. You know what I mean?
You don't have to go on it.
But so my wife just made a point. Well, you don't have to go on it, but there is no other platform of this size to upload content to. So you don't have to stay on YouTube. You got exactly. You got to play by their rules, but because they have a monopoly on this type of platform.
Twitch isn't nowhere near as big, is it?
No.
You can do
Vimeo as well. They tried sort of making themselves as more of an upmarket YouTube, and they haven't done really well. I mean, I think they're flogging a dead horse now. They're constantly trying to get people to sign up to their to their subscription service, but it's just not working out for them.
No.
If you ask the average Joe on the street, do you know YouTube? They say, yeah, sure. Do you know Vimeo? No. And I bet you, even though obviously we know about Twitch, that's the vast majority of people who know YouTube. People who aren't sort of into the YouTube culture, following specific YouTubers, who just go on their phones or go on their tablets.
It's so
don't even know who Twitch were either.
YouTube is so established and ingrained in society. that it's so hard. There is Vimeo, there's Daily Motion, there's I went over to CocoScope for a while and tried to start a Lego community over on CocoScope, which was created by a YouTube, like a huge YouTube channel who was constantly being censored by YouTube. And so she took and created her own platform for content. And I went over there because I'm like, it's basically like the beginning of YouTube, where there was no, it was, they call it they call it the Old West of when YouTube was first starting out. And it was just literally guys like you and me just making a video, putting it up there. There was no ads. There was no, it was literally just to share your stuff. It was for fun.
Yeah.
And that's what CocoScope was supposed to be, but no one comes over to it. So, like, I got lonely over there. I'm all by myself trying to start a Lego community. But there's no one over there. So it's in the Wild West stages, so it's all TNA over there. Because, like, the money to be made on CocoScope is from viewers actually giving you money. So there's no ads or anything. But they want to go over there and they want to see, boobs. And I don't have any boobs. Well, I do, but they don't want to see mine. All I got is Lego and they're not interested in that. So it's like all my friends are on YouTube that I made through this community. And it's like, so I came back because I've been upset with YouTube way before Corpora, way before. I mean, I was upset with YouTube when Google took over. There was major changes. I mean, that was years ago now, but it's been going down for so long. If you've been here for any length of time, you notice these things. Like it's not.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've only been on YouTube as a creator since 2017, and I've noticed changes just in that time. And even as a user, just a consumer, before that, I noticed changes. It constantly changes, and I would like to say that majority of them are for the better, but I'd probably be a liar,
Yeah, I mean, it's if you know what to expect with YouTube, you're gonna be fine. I mean, you're gonna be fine. But if you have any like false disillusions of what I mean, if you think people who think YouTube is their friend are going to be disappointed.
Yeah.
Because even channels like Cut the Craig, how many subs you have a good amount of subs. You're in the thousands. They don't care about you're not even a big channel to them. You know what I mean? Like
they're a big channel to me. Don't worry.
No, I mean they're looking. I'm just saying. I'm not naysaying anything about you. I'm just saying YouTube doesn't even view you. Like if you tell some people how many subs you have, they'll be like, "Oh my god."
Yeah.
And if you think about it in the grand scheme, to YouTube, you're small potatoes. Like you're a disposable guy. So but some people are disillusioned and they think, well, I have 1,000 subs. I'm super important. And I'm like, dude, you better not hold on to that too long because you'll be a sad little camper.
No, there are the ones who've got like millions, but of subs.
Right. It's a huge conglomerate. But anyway, enough of this. This talk is negative, and you know what? I'm not here for negative talk. I like sets with 4-digit sets. 3053. Very sought after set. It has a cannon. It has flags. It has ninja.
Does it have a Lego ghost?
No, but let me show you the set that has. Here, this is my set from when I was a kid. I heard you talking about the haunted house. Cut the Craig. Here's my set. This is my set from my childhood. The exact same set. And here you go. The first set to have.
That's
Lego.
What's that called?
This is the Black Monarch's ghost.
Black Monarch's ghost. Oh, see, I was saying King Baron's ghost or something.
It won't go. This is the Black Monarch's ghost. I added this rock work and stuff on here, but it's basically one of the smaller sets. Comes with the knight on horseback, the little gate keep with a flag and a falcon, and then this is the first set that you could get. The original Lego ghost, glow in the dark. And this is
I've got the second variant with the smaller mouth, which is the one that just retired.
Turn that light off so we can see it glow.
Oh, hopefully it.
Might be able to find a clip.
I hope it works.
Yeah,
They don't glow all too well.
Yeah, I don't know. This you got to remember what year this is from.
Yeah, you lose the charge after a while.
Oh.
It's still
There is a slight glow to it.
Well, I don't even. There's daylight coming through the windows. I am in a basement. Yes, I am in a dungeon, but I do get some sunlight down here.
I don't know if you actually glow yourself.
Yeah, well, I have swam in the Fox River, which has a lot of pollution in there, so I should glow a little bit. Yeah.
Love it.
Just to anyone that lives in the UK, just to let you know that Smith Toys have actually got a sale on certain Lego sets. Smith Toy Superstore, yes.
Take a look.
Yeah, they have some good deals sometimes.
Oh, Rogue Runner. That's okay. That is the second variant. He's muted. Does he know he's muted? He probably doesn't. Oh, sorry.
Oh, he's muted. That makes a change. No, we can't get away.
I'm trying to get the glow to work. One sec. Try it.
That was short-lived.
My laptop out of light. I'm going to turn my brightness down.
It's probably one of the nicest things Rogue Runner has ever done is muted himself. Just kidding.
I'm not mute at the moment, so thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, baby. So this is
There's a lot of ghost flexing going on this stream.
This is the hood. This is the peaked hood variant.
That's personally my favorite. I know it's not the original, but I'd love the peak on the back of that.
I do like that. That gives it a little bit like it's kind of flowy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, nice. Let's get the glow action.
It's like the poltergeist all over again.
Oh yeah. This house is clean.
Yeah.
Now, Rogue Runner, just pull out your midget lady to get rid of the ghost. Do you have a midget lady that lives with you?
We all have one of those in England.
What? Almost all the midgets in Star Wars were British people.
Thank God I live in Wales. Not in England.
If you look, Jack Purvis, British.
Yeah, where did they film it though?
What?
Where did they film it?
Somewhere small.
Oh, this conversation, man.
You got Ugnuts. You got Jawas. George Lucas was the one. He was huge in the supporting those people, which is awesome. And England, I guess, is the home of the midget. That's what you guys are known. Ooh, that cargo set, the cargo train. I got that. Ooh, that's a good deal, bro. That comes with a lot. That's a good set for the track alone.
I'm back.
I have that set. That's a good set. I bought that set the month it came out.
That's not a bad price.
That's a really good price, man.
That's not
They've
bad.
got the Lego Friends yacht on there as well, but I think it might be a bit cheaper on Amazon at the moment.
Nice deal on the Golden Mac.
Yeah, I'm building that tomorrow.
Oh, that for 20 is tempting. The Obi-Wan's heart. That's tempting at 20.
Do it. Well, yeah, you get the Princess Leia hologram as well.
Yep.
Yeah, let's see if we can see it. It's,
the thing is, all I want from this set is the Raider and the hologram. I don't get
once you go hologram, you never go back.
Yeah, I have like an army of R2D2s. I don't need more R2D2s.
I'll tell you one thing though, I don't get why they printed the I've forgotten the name of the thing now. Oh, the training remote. You know, the thing that Luke trains with on the Falcon. They have that printed on a minifigure head, and I think on a ball piece. You know,
I've got the 2012 Falcon. It's just a little built thing.
How much is that set on sale for? 55.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, but that's in pounds. That's not.
Oh, look, go back up. Go back up. There's an ultra rare set there. It's the Luke's Land Speeder. They've only ever made one of those. They're not going to make any more. You need to get that right now.
Scoop that up. Scoop that up right now, people.
Yeah.
Guys, buy 12. Buy 12. That's an investment.
They're never ever going to make another Luke's Land Speeder.
Well, not this week anyway.
Buy 12 and you're going to be able to turn and burn. Ooh, that's a good deal. Well, what would that be? Yeah, that's a good deal.
That's 63. Wow, that's really good.
That's a good deal, man.
Yeah, they got some good
That's
deals.
cool. That's a cool set. I wish it wasn't so expensive, but it's
So, are there any good Star Wars sales, or all just it's just Obi-Wan's heart that's in sale?
no. There's
Yes.
that one. Look at you.
Yeah, you got the Bantha one.
Yeah.
Bantha.
Does that come with Bantha doo-doo?
No,
You gotta make your own.
you gotta make your own.
Leftovers you might get for it. You can
Well,
use your imagination, Butcher.
they'll be back, but in greater numbers.
You know what's funny is they've got the Lego Friends Rescue Boat on Amazon, and it's actually the same price, but they've got the recommended retail price as $84.99, and Smiths has it as $79.99. So even though it's the same price, it looks like a bigger saving on Amazon because they put the original price higher.
You gotta watch Amazon UK because I remember when what was it? There was a couple of sets they released at the beginning of the year. I think it was a new wave of stuff, and they actually upmarketed it about £10 more than what Lego was actually selling it for.
I find it hard to believe that a huge company like that would lie to us.
I know it's ridiculous, isn't it? But
Like, it doesn't sound like it.
It doesn't fit, does it?
That's not the Amazon I trust.
I just want to say on Smiths as well. They've got the Dual Mustafar for 16 and the Cloud City for 225. They're both pretty good deals.
The only thing I want though from the Dual Mustafar is the figures. I think the build is hideous.
No, the build's actually pretty good, actually.
It's not a bad film. It's the best out of the first three, in my opinion.
Not the film, the set.
The set's actually not that bad. Actually, you see, Craig, I was the same. I saw it and it looked absolutely horrible. But when you actually build it, it's actually not that bad.
It's much better built. Yeah, Greg's got ahead. I like this. I think it's a good scale. I don't think it looks that bad. I think stretched out, it looks really nice as well.
It looks like a 4-year-old mock.
No.
From the way that Solo is talking, he sounds like an abused spouse. He's like, when you build it, it's actually not that bad. It's kind of like, yes, I get hit. I get hit a lot, but it's not. I can get hit a lot worse.
Yeah, you can take a few punches.
Like, I don't get beat up that bad, really, people. Come on, there's people who get way more.
Where is this stream gone? Oh,
I don't know.
I'm just kidding. Sorry. Sorry, Greg. Sorry, Solo. Sorry, Cut the K. Sorry, Rogue Run. Sorry, Mr. Elder.
Is it Cut the Cake, did you say?
Cut the K.
What do you call Rogue Run and Rogue Ron, was it?
Rogue Run.
Beep, beep. I just want to beep beep.
But yeah, no, stretched out. This thing's actually. I think it looks really nice. I like this. I like the platforms.
It looks like Nexo Knights had a poo.
I strongly disagree. I think this.
Braggle, you cannot judge it until you own it.
After the initial sting, it only hurts for a little bit.
If you like the build so much, then you obviously don't really mind the minifigures. You can enjoy the build on its own. So send me the minifigures, and you can have the build.
No,
Look,
I have both of the Mustafar Anakins, and they're really cool. I've got the old one for the Interceptor as well. They're both really nice.
You know what they say though? Like a true Star Wars fan will accept anything.
No,
they will put up with any. Like, I'm not considered a true Star Wars fan because I don't put up with just any old thing.
I thought it was the other way around. I thought true Star Wars fans hate Star Wars, as someone told me once.
Let's not go down this path. We've gone down this path.
This is the dark side.
That's so. But yeah,
I consider myself quite a true Star Wars fan, and I don't agree with some of the stuff that Lego's.
I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and I hate Star Wars. Like, I am literally probably one of the biggest Star Wars fans on this panel. Not joking, and I hate it. So.
The thing is, that's true of like so many fandoms. I don't know why people think it's exclusive to Star Wars. I mean, even Star Trek, that they have some of the most. I don't know what the right word is, but I guess hateful fans go in. They really sort of critical of Star Trek. But with Star Wars, because Star Wars, I think, is a little bit more mainstream sometimes, a bit more accessible than Star Trek. Yeah. People are more aware of Star Wars fans being critical, and they go, "Oh."
I think because Star Wars is more out there than what Star Trek is. Especially in recent years.
Passion. Yeah. I call it passion. That's what
it is. Passion. It is passion.
Of course it is.
It was part of my childhood. You don't want your fondest memories of being a little boy to be thrown, like just cast aside and just like naysayed. And there was like, hey, you know that thing you loved? Yeah, look what we did to it. You know what I mean? It's almost like a taunt. It's like a hey, yeah, we know you really like that. So guess what? We took it upon ourselves to do really bad things to it. Have a nice day. That's how I feel.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, that's how I feel. But thanks for the fish. Yeah.
Craggle, I got some good news today about Star Trek. I don't know if you heard about it. They're going to do a spin-off show with Captain Pike.
I know next to nothing about Star Trek, really. My knowledge is limited to just the films, really. I did watch the reruns of the original trilogy with my parents in the 90s growing up, but that's about it.
I've heard good things about Picard, so I've been meaning to watch that. I've heard pretty good things.
I haven't I've heard nothing good about Picard. That's funny.
Hey,
I've not heard any good stuff about Picard, so
No.
I've heard good stuff about Discovery, but I've heard with Star Trek Discovery, you've got to not view it as a prequel to the original trilogy. Even though
don't do that.
Because
I'm not really a big Star Trek fan, so I'm quite light on it. So I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know, but I think the problem is that I mean. I did used to watch the occasional episode of Enterprise because it used to be on before Smallville and Stargate on Channel 4 when I was younger. But I remember with that, just as a casual Star Trek fan, being bewildered by how Enterprise was set in the past, and yet the stuff they had was like more advanced than what Kirk and that lot had. And apparently there's a similar issue with Star Trek Discovery, or as I like to call it, STD.
Yeah, I think the Discovery 2.
I didn't go over my head.
Fans are in an uproar with Discovery because it's the first. They're doing some things that are out of character for it, making it. I think it's the farthest departure from the canon that they've had so far, and so I think that's why a lot of the true fans, the passion ones, getting mad.
It's funny though, isn't it? Because lots of Star Trek fans hated the J.J. Abrams movies, and yet Star Wars fans like those ones. And Star Wars fans probably preferred J.J. Abrams' Star Trek to the sequel trilogy. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't like J.J. Abrams' Star Trek. I
didn't mind it.
I don't mind it. I don't mind the Star Wars either. I don't mind the sequels that much.
The Wrath of Khan thing was an insult because I grew up with Wrath of Khan, the original Star Trek 2. Wrath of Khan was like one of my. Yeah. And again, you're going back to nostalgia.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Star Trek Into Darkness. I think everyone admits it was a terrible film.
Yeah.
I quite enjoyed it.
I actually kind of liked Into Darkness. I'm probably gonna get slated now, but
see what though? I found Star Trek Beyond really underrated. I thoroughly enjoyed.
That is really underrated. That film.
Yeah, that is a good film.
Was that the second one?
I was looking forward to having a fourth one. Because they said that they had plans to do a fourth one because that was written by Simon Pegg and this other guy, wasn't it? I can't remember the name now.
Yeah, but Chekhov died. Chekhov. We need Chekhov.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is going to be a big problem.
I really liked though in Star Trek Beyond. It was the way they sort of addressed the issues of like father figures because obviously Leonard Nimoy had passed. They had like Spock almost sort of question his own mortality because of Spock Prime had passed away, and at the same time then you had Kirk then sort of realizing that he is now older than his father ever was, and I thought there was really interesting themes in that film. Plus you had fantastic action, and I really enjoyed Star Trek Beyond, but apparently it absolutely bombed, and that's why they haven't gone ahead with the fourth one.
I remember going to the cinema and seeing that, and there were so many empty seats around. I'm like,
yeah,
really? This is ridiculous. I mean, I sat through this. I saw it twice in the cinema. I was like, both times I was pretty much the only one there. Me and my missus are kind of sitting there. It's like, are we missing something? Is this a bad film or something? What are we missing? It's like I'm sitting there, I'm having a really good time about it. I'm like,
the fact that you hadn't watched for 3 weeks didn't help, though, did it?
Yeah, it didn't help. No. Yeah, that's how you're guaranteed to get good seats.
there you go.
Or you start coughing and sneezing during a global pandemic.
Yeah. You know what? It's a funny story. Before I got furloughed, I was in Tesco's and there was these two. What's the right word I can use that keeps it friendly? People that was standing in front of me, just chatting by the exit of the door, and they were just there. Yeah, I was like, oh my god! And then I was just like, the very British way I could do it. Excuse me, please, can I just get past you? Ignore me. Over their heads. All right, and obviously I got a bit of a smoker's cough when I used to smoke quite a lot. So I decided, well, everyone knows that this coronavirus makes you cough and makes you quite ill. And I just end up standing going, really put the biggest. And I'll tell you what, you have never seen people move so fast in all your life.
I bet they transformed into Usain Bolt.
Oh, mate, they were gone. And I had all this room around me as well. Yeah.
Good on you.
Yeah.
Good on you, man. Rude people, I can't stand when people are rude. Like that.
Yeah, and I was being polite as well. It's just like, please, can I just get past? It's like I'm in a big Tesco's as well, so there's plenty of people like.
Even when it's not a global pandemic, I hate people being around me when I'm in public places. So when I go to the market, I actually carry 2 baskets, one to put my shopping in and one to bash people in the head with.
Yeah, I do. I was at the grocery store yesterday. I got to chop so many throats to get through. It's just yeah. That's how I get. No, it's not just in the UK. Like there'll be a guy standing in front of the butter, and he'll know you're standing there like 6 feet away, and I'm waiting. Obviously, I need to get there, otherwise I wouldn't stand there for 12 minutes, would I? Well, he just looking at every butter like he's never seen butter in his life. I'm like, dude, it's butter. Grab some. Like I don't want to be rude, but it's like, I'm here. Can you let me at least get my butter? Because it's going to take me 2 seconds. And then you can look at every butter in the place. You know what I mean?
I mean, you probably find this yourself, Greg and Craggle and Matt. And it's like you walk around Tesco's, and obviously a lot of Tesco's and Asda's, obviously they got arrows now, haven't they? And lines on the floor, stay 2 meters apart, walk one direction around the shop. And you always know you get that one person walking the wrong way up the shop.
Just one?
Yeah, well, walking up the wrong way and then stop and then kind of like almost like they stand there and think about their life choices.
That's not
hurry up.
That's not
the other day in Amsterdam, there were 2 people with trolleys, right? Now, as you said, the arrows point one way, so they were facing opposite directions. So one of them was definitely going the wrong way. They were taking up the whole aisle, having a chat, and they were saying about how scary the coronavirus situation is. They're literally breathing into each other's mouths as they're talking. I'm like, it is freaking scary when you've got stupid people like you doing this. Get out of the freaking way now before I kill both of you. Of course, I can get a pike and stab them in the face with it.
I'm so glad that it's not just me.
Nah, it's not you. I'm glad
to hear that it's not just America and it's not just me having these issues, because it must be everywhere. These people, it's just like, I'm like, really?
Yeah, stupid people are everywhere.
What don't you understand? Like, this isn't fun. Why are you making it worse? Like,
the only thing that can come from this situation is if it kills off all the stupid people.
Right, that's what I'm hoping.
Sorry.
We gotta thin the herd. There's
a lot of stupid people to get through, though.
Right. In the olden days, all these people would have died in farm accidents, but we don't have a way to thin the herd anymore. We don't have natural selection anymore. We need these people to get farm accidents happening here. You know what I mean? Farm accidents, to say it in a nice way. We need more accidents. But what did Bama say now? I missed it. I walked the wrong way. Really, Bama? So you're one of those.
The wrong way down the others.
You're one of those guys. Get him, boys. Every store has arrows on the ground, and every store has. All the stores here have one enter. You can't just use any entrance or exit.
Well, you know what happened? Bama bricks then would go down the aisles the wrong way, get coronavirus, die, and then we can then fight over the roller coaster.
Oh yeah.
I think this is my favorite meme of all time.
Thank you, Matt.
What's that?
Thank you, Matt.
It's my favorite meme of all time.
I see dumb people. They don't even know they're stupid.
If you see the sixteenth, you'll know what that's about.
Well, they did a study.
They don't even know they're dumb.
They did a study on that. They did a study on people who aren't very intelligent think that they know everything there is to know because they don't realize that there's more to know. And people who are intelligent know they don't know everything, and so they don't act like they know everything. Like I'm humble. I don't know nothing about anything really. I'm just a backwater Midwest good old boy, Yankee boy. I don't know nothing, but I'd rather be humble and know that I don't know anything than tell everyone I know everything about everything, because those are the dumbest people I've ever met. Because if you actually know something, you don't have to tell anyone that you know it. They can see that by talking to you. Am I right, Matt? Like, I don't have to prove what I know. I don't come on here and go, guys, let me tell you everything I know. I don't have to do that.
It's one small conversation.
I don't have to prove myself to you. I don't care to tell. Like, I know what I know. You guys know stuff that that I'd like to know that I don't know. So that's why you talk to other people and you learn. But dumb people, they don't even know they're stupid. They're like, I've already learned everything. I learned everything there is to learn. I know my multiplication tables. Done. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. Now you're an idiot. You did it.
It comes back to I think it's called unconscious incompetence. It's like when you're doing something wrong and you don't know you're doing it wrong, and then you've got conscious incompetence when you're doing something wrong, but you know you're doing it wrong. And I guess the same goes in terms of knowledge. There's stuff when you don't know that you don't know something, and then there's when you do know that you don't know something.
Right. And that's the problem. Stupid people they think they're smart, and they're the worst people who should be thinking that.
Each day that you sort of go along, you just learn the name of what it is you don't know.
Yeah. It's oh my god.
Yeah.
It's just my father told me my Walmart looks like a social club. I know. Yeah, Walmart is like the cesspool of human filth.
You come up with a disclaimer saying that one.
But
Walmart, you will never find a more wretched hive.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Walmart is the Mos Eisley of the Star Wars world.
Right.
Gee, I wonder why the YouTube advertisers don't like us.
Why are they trying to shut us down? Why are they shutting us down? It's almost like we're dissing their friends, the big companies. The arrows were on the side of the aisles, and I wasn't staring at the ground. Bama, I'm just kidding. It's okay that you didn't see the arrows, man. I'm just joking. Don't worry, I still mailed out your parts for your roller coaster. You don't have to make excuses. Don't look at the arrows. I don't care. No, it's
okay. He sent your parts, but he didn't look at the address. So hopefully they still get to you.
I hope they get there. I thought it would be cheaper to ship it than it was because it was so light. It felt like feathers. But I think it's a standard rate no matter what the weight. Standard rate no matter what the weight.
All right.
Isn't that great?
Have we started losing the plot now? Is it getting to that time?
To be fair, we have been streaming for again a lot longer than what I was ever going to originally.
3.5.
If you keep going till midnight, we can see if Lego.com have the Monkie Kid sets.
Oh yeah.
Don't tempt me, Craigle.
Does anybody else want those?
Video.
Is anybody else into those besides me or no?
Yeah, there's some of them I really like. The mech's pretty cool. I love the big shipping container, the secret base one.
Right. I love that demon bull. That demon bull mech to die for.
I'm not looking on that one. I like the Monkey King one.
Its chest lights up. Its chest cavity.
Yeah.
Lights up.
But I also like the food truck with the pig serving pork.
Everybody loves pigs. Yeah, pigs are. But the Craigle, I'd like to see your chest light up. I bet it can't. The demon mech can.
I don't know what to say about that. No one's ever said they want to see my chest. Let them see it light up.
Yeah. Well, Craigle is like the ET of the Lego community.
Yeah. Craigle, phone home. Oh, I just imagine that your chest is just an expansion of your beard. I'm assuming it's all the same hair.
Yeah. You know what it is? He's got a torch connected to it with a couple of hair clips.
I assume this hair is connected to all the way down.
Yeah, and around the back as well.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. He's like a human rug.
Nice. Right. Born to hibernate, baby.
Wow.
Let's take a look.
I don't know.
Okay, butt chop, right? We'll let's take a quick look at Monkie Kid again, a different site this time, Craigle.
There we go.
And I want to know what you think about it, my friend. I want to know what you think.
I don't know. I don't know nothing about it. Did you guys actually build that bus that's on the thumbnail?
I took that. I took the photograph when I was at a Lego store back in the day when you could actually go to a Lego store.
Here, wait. Hold on, we can show one.
They're selling that bus in the US from the Legoland theme parks.
There you go.
Through
There you go.
the mail. We can order it through the mail. Oh,
Sorry
there you
about
go.
it. Sorry about
Darren's got it. Darren's got our back. There we go. Okay, now the stream is legit. Legit stream.
It's a legit. I'll tell you what. I'll put it right here.
There we go.
Legitimate stream. Rogue Runner.
We'll have the big one as well.
He's got to pull out a big one. Thanks, Rogue.
Oh, Rogue's always got to try and one up everyone, hasn't
Right.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Darren, did you get the little tiny one? Here's the one I have.
he? Some
I have.
Rogue
I have
compensating for something.
what's that?
Yeah, the cartoon looks like they're really gonna do a nice job with the
Yeah,
with the
it's
animation.
CG, it looks nice.
Uh,
Yeah, the artwork, I think that's really good.
I
Do you
like
know-
that it's hand drawn and not digitally rendered. It's hand.
Yeah.
It's like drawn artwork.
It's
I like
very,
it.
very, very anime, isn't it?
I think
It
it
is.
looks
It's
It
like,
has elements of Samurai Jack to it.
yeah, it's like exactly. It's like pseudo anime. It's like non-Japanese anime, and it looks cool.
I think
I
it looks brilliant.
like the art style. Yeah, Matt Elder would be one to ask. What do you think, Matt?
Yeah, no, I think the color and the lighting and it looks great, and yeah, that the fact that like what you're saying, it's more of a 2D animation feel to it, and yeah, the kids had a look at it and they loved it and they want to get all the sets, so I think they're going to be on a winner with this one.
Is
I
that
hope
why
at
you-
midnight we
that
at
why
least
you
get
don't sound
UK
convincing?
prices.
Is because you have to buy all the sets? Because I didn't buy any of that. Yeah, it looks really good. I'm just kidding, Matt. I'm messing with you. Sorry, Matt.
I hope we get the UK pricing tonight at least at midnight.
Didn't
No
you?
words on UK prices.
Do you want the UK prices? I have the link to the UK prices.
Oh, I didn't know they were released.
Oh yes, sir. I got this morning. My affiliates sent it over because they knew I wanted to know. So
Right. Sweet.
my friend, not my affiliates, just my friends on YouTube sent me the link.
They're
right away.
actually live now, people, on Lego.com. They are available to buy. This is not a drill.
Oh yeah, so they are. Yeah, they are.
I tell you what, guys, 10 minutes ago there wasn't. Should we take a look?
Let's have a
Wait, they're
look.
for sale. They're up for sale.
Yeah, they're on for sale now.
No.
What's weird is the
They're on
actual
for sale
feed
now.
has the monkey with the KIE, whereas on the actual name of the set, or at least on one of them, it has KY.
I
KEY.
think that's
What
actually
happened
not.
to- Greg's gone.
For Monkey Kid, it's KIE. For the Monkey King, it's KEY.
In the actual description of the brand on the at least the mobile version, they have both in the description. It's
Yeah.
based on the centuries-old Chinese legends of the Monkey King, KEY, and the Journey to the West, Lego Monkey Kid, KIE. It's very interesting.
I threw myself out of my own stream then. Sorry about that.
Oh, no. The prices actually aren't that bad.
The Monkey
Are
King
you
Warrior.
actually running the stream off an Atari 2600? Is that why?
Yeah.
I went all 16-bit for a second.
No, that's even less than. That's not even 8.
Hey, the prices aren't that bad, to be honest.
Well, I
Who's
think we
saying?
need to take a
Who's
look at
talking right now? Is that Rogue Runner?
It's Rogue.
Okay, I can never tell who.
Prices aren't that bad.
You guys all have that German accent. I don't know what to say.
My, I guess like the entry level price is
Did you say Rogue's got a German accent?
What?
Das
Well,
gut.
All right. Let's, okay, folks
So-
out there in the chat. Let's take a quick peek.
Is there actually any promos on?
Not that
No.
No,
Oh, come
okay.
on.
When I first turned on the stream,
Oh,
you guys
there
were-
is. There's the free Year of the Rat set with Monkey Kid
Oh.
purchase over £80.
um,
Wow. Because we all want the Year of the Rat one, don't we?
No, we don't. The US, we have a horrible promo going on for it. It's a poly bag that's available at Walmart. is for free with a $40 purchase. It's an insult. But when I first tuned into the stream, remember I asked what promo were you guys? Because you guys were talking about Batman. Sorry, Greg, that I'm talking, but I thought you guys knew about a promo that coincided with the haunted house, like a special poly bag or whatever, like they did with the detective's office, and they got the flower card.
Something interesting quickly on the Year of the Rat set. I've just looked at the offers and thing page. It says that the qualifying purchase must be equal to £80 or more on Lego Monkie Kid specifically.
Yeah,
it's not just a Lego. It's not like a site pro. It's just.
It has to be Monkie Kid. Yeah,
it's quite interesting.
That's a kick in the.
That's quite.
That is.
I guess
it's kind of the whole Chinese, and it's a Chinese New Year set, but it's weird because it's a set that's already been out before.
I'm pretty sure we're not seeing.
They're just taking stuff they haven't gotten rid of and trying to.
Maybe
they're just trying to get rid of.
At the end of the day, it's like 100 or so pieces for free. I don't think it's too bad. Free stuff.
Yeah.
Like it was like £10 for retail.
I would have preferred to mean like double VIP points.
So you can purchase right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
On the US. Lego.com, there's not even coming soon.
It's not near midnight yet.
It looks amazing, but my God, that's going to be a lot of stickers.
I think around midnight by shop, you'll probably see.
Wait, what day are you guys on?
We're an hour from Saturday.
Yeah, for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
This happened last time. It's because Rogue's here. Last time he was on Instagram messaging me at 11 going, the A-wing's available! The A-wing's available!
Give it about 10 minutes and the whole site will go down again.
Yeah. It wasn't me this time.
Wait a second, can I just check? Darren, have you spent over £1,400 on my...
Nah, I'm not going to be buying any of them yet.
No, I'm not.
I am very tempted to put an order now. One thing I've heard as well is that there's going to be a shortage of Lego because they've had to close down the factories in Mexico, apparently.
Yep, they did close down the Mexican...
Because of
the corona has made them shut down the factories in Mexico. But that
would affect us, though.
I don't think it's going to affect too much.
No, it's not going to affect too much.
I don't. It won't affect us. I think it'll just affect the Americas.
To be fair, I mean, I want to get the Gatti before I get any one of these sets anyway. So
well, the parts in Mexico aren't just like exclusively put in. Like the North American sets.
Oh right, okay. Yeah, but I just thought they meant to make the same stuff, but like in different places around the globe. So like, okay, that's right.
Work that way.
That's all right.
That's like what's made in China is usually not made in any other facility. At the Chinese Lego factory, that's not made in Kladno, not made in Billund, not made in Mexico.
Gotcha.
Yeah, certain sets are made at a different location, so it's not like each location makes it for that region.
Right. All the factories aren't pumping out the exact same stuff because just think about how many machines, like they need, with all the different parts, colors, or whatever, they don't want to run every machine putting out the exact same parts to be able to supply. So there'll be parts that won't be being created in Mexico for sets that you would be buying.
I have one question. Monkie Kid's Team Secret HQ. Do we think that will float?
No.
I think it says. I think it says in the box it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. But
I was being facetious.
I know you were. Get him, boy.
It's not like you.
Hey, I always defend you, Matt. I always say you're not Jabba, you're Yoda.
With things like that, Matt.
Wait, Sai. I hear there's a poly bag coming for Monkie Kid or for the haunted house. Like
there's a leaked one for Monkie Kid.
Okay, really? I'm worried about. Okay, I'm not worried about that so much as I want to buy the haunted house day one. So that's the 20th. That's the 20th for VIP, and then it comes out June 1st. Lego has done this in the past. Early buy for VIP. You buy it day one. Then when they release it to the public, there's a special tie-in promo that goes directly to that set. Like the detective's office had the flower cart, which had the barrel of cookies underneath. So it actually worked in with the story of the set. They did it with the balloon vendor for the fairground mixer.
Yeah, balloon cart, the wheel, the first wheel.
For one of the fairgrounds. And then they did, there's another one too. I'm forgetting, but they do these tie-ins that are directly, and then the VIP people don't get them because they bought it early. It's like thanks. I got to buy it early, but I missed out on like a promo that directly goes to the set. Like I don't want them to come out with some kind of like haunted house themed polybag, and then I don't.
Yeah, they did it with the Droid Boost set. They had the Droid polybag, and it came out. I think it was like 6 weeks after the general release.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Yeah, that's a bit rubbish. I definitely I want to get the expensive set, the mech for like 130 quid.
Yeah,
so I'm going to wait for a promo for that. And also as well, I think the sets look amazing, but I will say that they are quite top end price wise.
Yeah.
There's a lot
for a new line. You know, when Hidden Side first came out, it was very cheap.
You do get a lot of like size in them though. Like, they are very well detailed. And
I have to go, guys. Thank you. Sorry to interrupt, but I have.
Take care, Butchup.
I have to. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Take care, Butchup.
Yeah, like the mech's got 1,600 parts, and it is a pretty big mech as well. Like, it's far more detailed than the usual mech. So I'd say that one's good value. Oh, they've got a new thing.
I don't think any of them are not worth the price so much. Is that there's not really any sort of lower tier. I mean, the cheapest set here is $24.99. There's nothing sort of $19.99 or $12.99 price range entry level, for kids. Really, that's the only takeaway.
I agree. There's not a cheap little set. Like they could have done the Monkey King or Monkey Kid on that cloud, just with a few other little bits and pieces in there.
Yeah, normally you expect like an entry level one, so if kids get a taster of the theme. Do you know what I mean? But here, the cheapest set is $24.99, which is surprising.
Yeah. They're pushing a new thing about instructions as well in the description. Instructions plus. That's something new.
Oh,
it's just no, you still get the instructions, but it's just like it says offers a digital interactive guide to building this unique playset. Available in the Lego Life app, has zoom and rotate viewing tools to help children build the brick models, which sounds quite useful. So I guess it allows you to make sure you've got the piece in the right place and how it should look each step, which sounds actually quite decent.
Do you think that's going to mean that eventually they're going to try to do sets without instructions?
No, I don't think they can do that. I don't think that's possible. I think that's tradition. I just think it's too traditional and too much of a staple. I don't think they do that.
Yeah. I don't know. I can see them pushing that. I can see them trying it with a few sets, and I don't know how successful it'll be, but it also I can see it as environmentally friendly. Going paperless.
The only examples I can think of are like the Mindstorms or even the Droid Boost, where to build the accessory parts, you had to use the app, for example. You had to.
Lego Dimensions, the instructions on that were on the game, weren't they? As well.
Yeah. So more like a mainstream set like Boost, I think. Yeah, that one was the only one I can think of. And Mindstorms, I guess, as well. You had to use the program. So they're the only ones, or like even Technic, where the alternate model you have to use an app. So I guess there are examples, but I think there'll always be, at least in the majority of themes, an instruction manual in the box. I think it's too much of a staple, and if it's for young kids,
that could change one day.
Maybe. Yeah. I think it's for a long way down the line.
Yeah. I can see them, trying to push towards it being app based. Every kid pretty much now has access to a tablet, even 3-4-year-olds.
Greg Moto's asking if he can join.
Well, I'd love Moto to join, but I think we're going to start winding down in a minute because we've been going. Because we're going to be busy bees tomorrow, you and me, Darren, because we've got another stream to do.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I'm going to get going. It's going to be.
I'm
going to go buy some of these sets.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I would love to keep streaming, but I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. And I'm going to be streaming Sunday as well. Anyway, before we get to that, let's have a little whiz round. Darren, what's coming up from you soon? Because you've just come out of a new video today, haven't you, mate?
I have, yes, and there's going to be. I've got 2 videos coming out. Yes, there's actually going to be 2 videos coming out next week. One for the competition, and one more review video that's coming out. And possibly I might even squeeze a midweek live stream again next week.
Cool, man. Ooh, that's cool. What's the competition about, then?
It's just my 300 subscriber competition, but also I'm going to be doing an early announcement of my next competition, which is I've been sitting on this set for a long time, waiting to get to this point. So hopefully it might just push people forward to kind of go forward a bit further. So
So what's that? So you got 2 competitions coming up.
I've got this current competition going on at the moment for my 300 subscriber one. So if you see my 300 subscriber video, for as long as you commented, it's a really quite basic competition, but the next one's going to be a bit more elaborate because of the size of the set and how much it's actually cost me personally, and it is going to be worldwide as well. So it's going to be one of those kind of competitions that might pique some people's interest. It might not. People might turn around and say, "Oh, that's
good."
But it might intrigue some people. Sorry,
Matt's built a self-portrait.
The elder indeed.
That's future up and coming. So
all right, well, look forward to that. Solo Roadrunner. Anything coming up from you in due course?
So I had my latest Collecting the Clone Wars segment come out on Umbara, and that's done pretty well so far. So if you're watching out there and you watch that, thank you. I've had some good feedback on the new thumbnail design I've gone for, so I'm happy with that. Tomorrow I've got my Republic collection coming out, which involves Jedi ships, clone sets, some sets in 2005 and that. That's tomorrow. And then in the next week, just some bits and bobs, more Clone Wars stuff, and just focusing on that at the moment and just pumping out just good Star Wars stuff. So that's me at the moment.
Good stuff. That sounds good, my friend. And how about you, Craigle? Anything coming up from you this week?
Yeah, I'm still kind of on with Star Wars month, so there'll be a couple of Star Wars videos. There's also going to be a Throwback Thursday look at another Pirates of the Caribbean set. It's going to be the Cannonball Escape, and I'm not sure if it's going to be this week now, but either this week or next week, I'm looking to do a live stream build of the Black Pearl as well. So
nice one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so that's going to be your first live stream, yeah?
Yeah, the first one where it'd be a live stream on my channel as opposed to me sort of appearing on someone else's. Yeah.
Oh, cool. And when is that live stream?
I'm not sure yet. I was planning on it going to be next week, but I think it might be the week after. But I'll put something up on my page first.
Cool. All right, that sounds good, my friend. All right, that sounds good. Matt, you've recently done an interview.
Yes, recently did the interview with Kevin Hinkle, focusing more on his artistic side of things rather than his 12 years with Legos. That went live today. That's the first part. I just got to get around to editing the second part, which is probably another hour and a half. And there might be Yoda in between and 1 or 2 other little bits and pieces. But that's probably where I'm at the moment.
That sounds good. I look forward to that. Oh, there's no one else here. It's just me now. Okay, so coming up from London Bridge Bricks, we're going to be streaming again tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a special one for several reasons. One, we're going to do an Ninjago thing. 2, Solo Brick Builder's never built a Ninjago themed set before, so it's going to be his first one. Secondly, we're going to be joined by Sarah Star Bricks, Solo Brick Builder, of course, who I mentioned, Titanium J52, synonymous with all things Ninjago. Doc Sampson's going to be there, and we've got a special guest joining us as well. But also, that's not the end of the live stream. We're going to be doing another one on Sunday, and it's the continuation of the Voltron. So we've kind of turned that into a bit of a series. I don't know if we're going to do just one this week, or we might try and push ourselves and do 2. But joining us for that is also going to be young Darren as well. He's helping us out. He's going to be hanging with us. And everyone else will be around at that point. So that's going to be fun.
Be around, maybe.
I'm more just keeping them building than me actually being building as well. So
yeah.
I'll be floating.
What would Greg be without Darren? I don't know.
Everywhere I go, Darren wants to join me. So
it'd be like having a fork without a knife.
Yeah, exactly. He's like I don't know. He's like my A-wing man. He is. He's like my wing man here in England, and Brandon's Brick Hive is obviously.
He's like the IQ Latino.
So, but also coming up next week. Well, obviously, I'll probably stream on Friday as normal. That'll be a normal London calling, a bit like tonight. Really, we'll just get together, have a chat, maybe build something. But next Saturday, I think should we go for 3 o'clock, Roadrunner?
Yeah, that sounds like a good time. Yeah.
Yeah, next Saturday, 3 p.m. I'm going to build another UCS set. And this time, it's going to be the Slave One. And once again, Darren, Mr. Boba Fett himself, is going to be joining us for that. And again, anyone else who's kind of maybe around who wants to sort of jump in, really. But inevitably, whenever I'm doing a live stream, I'm not kidding, folks. I get about 3 people whilst I'm streaming say to me, "Can I come in? Can I come in?" Which is always lovely. I always really appreciate it. But quite notoriously, I'm normally subscribed up, but always keep asking anyway. You never know. Look at tonight, Buttshot 2021 wasn't due to be here, but it was lovely to see him here as well. And on that note, that kind of starts closing us off. I'd like to say thanks to Cafe Con Lego for joining us a little bit earlier on. She's lovely, she is, and she was creating her mock. And it was nice to have someone actually on here building something, not just us. But yeah, no, it was lovely to have you on Cafe Con. Thank you as always for joining us. And who else was here? Brixo Studios. He was disassembling and putting back together his A-wing. One of those great big things. He's kind of we never really got to the bottom why he did it, did we, Darren?
He was doing a picture of like the disassembled thing at the start, and then he went back through it, and then he accidentally did something wrong, I think. So he's got many days of building ahead of him. Yeah.
Anyway, it's good. It's good. It'll help him, teach him how to construct all these things. It's a good thing anyway. I know loads of people actually that do take sets apart and kind of learn a little bit about reassembling Lego together. You kind of learn some
Such a nut school.
What the hell?
What is that? Right, go the other way. Keep talking.
But anyway, on that note, Aaron looks like he's going to have a nervous breakdown. So we're going to end the show. Thanks for coming.
That was brilliant.
Don't forget to keep calm, keep clean, and keep building. And as always, thanks for coming. Take care, everybody. See you.